controversial stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. NICK mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air. Cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix, so that dabbling politics mix. And where the fudge you left punk, shut the fudge up and back the fudge up. While we fudge this track up. On your flags up, on your flags up. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what's in for the ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it all every week Saturday night, and this YouTube thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time. So you better get some better views and get saved up on your dime. So we got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabblers blasting out the political shit. They're bashing for shit, putting bounce in the dabble pit. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what you gonna ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 Hey ladies, where you at? Hey fellas, where you at? And the dabblers that don't give a fuck, where you at?
Welcome to Dabbling in... Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck. Sorry guys, what a fucking nightmare. Welcome to Dabbling in Politics. Had tech issues. I just had a family member try and wave me down. I don't know what's going on. How's it going, Jen? How's it going, my buddy Ritten? Having all sorts of tech issues this weekend. My mic sucked yesterday. On with the pineapple. Not like terrible, but it was doing that shit I see happen to quad a lot where it sounds like you're underwater briefly every so often. That's why I'm trying the sideways angle this time. I got the setting switched to the sides instead. I tried it last night. Well, more like 4 this morning, and it did work better. The watered down shit happened a lot less, so we'll try it. Anyway, let me bring on my co-host. I'm all scramble brained right now. Here's my buddy Liquid Cryptid. How we doing, pal?
Good evening, everybody.
Jesus Christ.
If it wasn't for tech issues, man, it just wouldn't be dabbling in politics.
No, like, not like a lot of times, I admit, a lot of times it's usually the tech issues more often than not are on Cryptid side. My side is more, I'm always running late on Sunday, running errands and shit. That's where I fuck up. I actually plan things out fine today, which is why usually you'll see me switch the start time back because I'm out on errands and I know I'm not going to be home on time. I was home, so I'm like, we got this. And then I was having all sorts of tech issues. I was all Cryptic can tell you, I was all pixel. First, I couldn't see him, but it was all, I knew it was on my end. And yep, there's the watered down shit again, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you just went all pixelated too. It's back to where it was when we were backstage, where it's like, as I said, if you move your hand in front, it leaves like a ghost.
I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, dude. We're gonna power through. If it becomes too bad, just forget it. But we'll try and power through this fucking thing.
Hey, as long as we can play the Geno thing, I'll be happy. Even if we only do a few minutes and get to the Geno thing, because that is amazing.
Gay as fuck, isn't it? You know what was funny, man? And I'm sure you're the same way. When I went back and watched it, because for those that don't know, if you didn't see on Twitter today, I think I was one of those people to let the Geno thing out just because my wife and I usually, well, my wife watches those things more than me. It depends who is on Jubilee. I usually go by the person. I don't just watch them all. But Yeah, I hear her watching, and my mic is sucking ass, isn't it? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you're starting to break up pretty bad. I don't think it's your mic. It might be. I don't know what it is, because I'm not there. But
Yeah, I know I don't know what.
hey, everybody. I guess I guess this is my channel now. Okay, so let me look up some German Scheisse porn here and get some. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check out Mumbling Nick's channel or Mumbling Nick's um, Twitter channel, X channel, and check out the. I wasn't expecting to have to like carry the channel here, and check out the Jubilee with especially the part with Geno. It is full Geno. It is amazing. It is it is absolute Geno, and the kid is just absolutely like just getting hammered in the face with Geno Bisconte, who since it's Geno, the first thing he does is he has to just go off on the vaccines and stuff like that. I don't even know what the subject was supposed to be, but Geno made it about the vaccines and COVID because that's what Geno do. Thanks, Juggler Jen. It is quite the beard. I trimmed it and shaped it a little bit, and then I didn't like it, so I'm like letting it all grow back out again. Let's see, it's the clock. It's the exterior clock, but he has the interior wall that's causing all the problems. It very well might be Sam Biddley. It's got to be the exterior clock on the interior wall. If, I think he's just having really bad issues, so he may or may not even continue with this. We'll see when he gets back. If he gets back, I have no idea what's going on. He just fucking just dropped right on out. Um, so yeah, how about that ballroom? I guess we'll talk some politics here. The presidential ballroom or the White House ballroom has been in the news a lot lately because I guess nobody has anything to talk about. There, he's back.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, you look less pixelated.
Well, even that, dude, I switched back to my old cord. I have a cord that's you and I talk. The cords that come with these suck, and they end up getting
Yeah,
loose or whatever. And
yeah. I bent mine about 20 minutes before going on. I was trying to
well,
adjust something and I pulled it down and it popped out and it bent.
always happens, man. So this one was my second cord that I was on, but besides the one that came, actually, no, yeah, this is the first one I bought after the one that came with it, and it's super loose. Like I don't even want to touch the mic now, but I bought a new one, and I feel like ever since I bought the new one, the third one, I've been having these fucking watered down issues. I don't know if it's the cord or not, but I switched back to the old cord that sucks. I'll see if it I'll see if I don't go underwater or not. We'll see. Um, no, I'm going underwater, right? Or am I not?
You sound good so
So
far,
far it's good. All right.
but now that I said that, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we'll see what happens. All right. Well, we'll power through. I'll stay whatever. Like if it, obviously like I said, if it gets too bad, we'll just stop. But we'll start with the Geno shit. Just to try.
Yeah, because I'd like to at least get to that first because it
Yeah.
is amazing.
It,
I was starting our topic, our quick topic of the White House ballroom.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, there you just it's starting to happen again. But
Is it? Fuck
yeah. How
me.
much do you care? Because I don't give a shit. It was like the same way I said in our previous conversation when we were talking about what it is we wanted to talk about today.
Mm.
Uh, I did say that I remember back in the day when Obama had the basketball court put in. I remember several Republican pundits. It was probably like Hannity and Limbaugh or something like that. We're like, why would you put a basketball court in there? And I'm over here like, don't you have anything better to talk about?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I briefly brought it up last night. I was like, I don't care. I wish he didn't ruin the infrastructure, but even that, I'm not dorky about that. It's not a big deal to me at all. I the only thing that worries me is like I said, he's putting gaudy gold everywhere, and I'm worried that he's trying to make this his permanent home until he dies. So we'll see. That's my.
Yeah.
I'm more of a long-term worry than a short-term worry. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that's a I doubt that, it's like, he wants to make a huge mark, obviously, uh, but other presidents have done, just as big or even bigger projects on the White House, particularly, after, 1812, when it had to be rebuilt
Yeah,
after
like I
the
said, I would.
English burned it down, so,
If I was president, I'd add some cool shit too that I like. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna make one last quick adjustment. I'm actually gonna put the old cord back on since that's not it. I'm gonna try one little adjustment thing on that, and then we'll go
we've been
right to
good
Geno.
so
See
far.
how
It
it
did
goes.
dip once. Oh, well.
Shit. Yeah, I didn't. Fuck it. We'll just go through it. Yeah, I mean, it does happen once in a while anyway. It just seems like it's happening a lot more. So if it was just once, then fuck it. All right.
I think, I bet you don't have a lot of system memory or something like that on your notebook or something. As I said, StreamYard is very resource intensive. So,
All right.
you want something with a fairly decent if you don't have a GPU, a discrete GPU, you'll need at least like a bunch of memory. Like how much RAM do you have on that thing? Do you know?
God, I don't even know, dude. I'm not.
So probably like 8
Yeah.
gigs or something like that, which is not enough.
Gotcha. Yeah. Like I
Uh,
said, I am due for my personal one doesn't work as well, so I've been using my work one, which
uh,
is now 3 years old. So I have a new one I'll be getting by the end of the year. So should be fine once I get that. But yeah, it's probably getting too much on this one. All
yeah.
right.
So anyway, I was just gonna say my point of view on the whole thing is it's like here's the thing. When I saw the all the gold trim that they put into the Oval Office, my first thought was, what is it with old wealthy guys and marble and gold trim? It's like everything's got to
Yeah.
be marble and gold trim with like old wealthy guys. I don't fucking get it. It looks awful.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, I'm with you, man. It's gaudy as fuck, but I guess it is what it is. We have bigger issues in the country than what the White House looks like on the inside at
Yeah,
the moment.
yeah,
So
then the gold leaf trim
yeah,
that was put on the
so
put in the Oval Office. Yeah, everybody was complaining about that too, and I'm looking at it going, yeah, it looks like shit. But he's the president, and that's his office, so he gets to do that.
yep, it's how they
So if
fucking do things there, man. All
he
right.
wants to look terrible, he can look terrible. But yeah, let's get to this before you die
Right. Do you know
completely.
Luke Beasley? I didn't know if you know this
No,
kid.
I don't know him.
Okay. Uh, so what's ironic is like he first started showing up on my radar last year. And he would fill in. He was doing his own thing, and he would also fill in for David Pakman, like a lot of times. So I'm guessing he's backed by the same.
Oh, the 2021 or whatever it is,
Yeah,
or
I haven't
2030.
heard that he's linked to it, but he's linked to he's David Pakman. He's
Well,
linked
if
to
he's linked,
David. Yeah, so there's.
and if he just like came up out of nowhere, like all these left wing Gen Zers that have all of a sudden, come up out of nowhere, they're all probably backed by that same company. But whatever.
Yeah, and I will say one of the big moments with him actually was he was in the parking lot interviewing MAGA supporters when the assassination on Trump took place, like 2 summers ago
Okay.
there. So I remember like he had footage of him like interviewing somebody, and all of a sudden you hear shots and commotion in it. So it was pretty crazy. So I'm sure that helped put him on the map too. So I don't hate the kid, but I don't watch him too often because I don't trust. He's backed by the David Pakman machine. So how much
No,
can you
so like, how
trust?
old is he? Is he like under 25 or something? Or
Yeah, he's like 22 or 23. He's college age. Like
yeah, so I
yeah,
mean, honestly, like
yeah.
right, left, center, up, down. 22-year-old's
No,
political opinions are not something I'm interested in.
no. So
And I said the same thing about Fuentes as well, back when he was, a lot more sane.
trying to think. Should we back up and hear the question that was asked? Or just start it from Geno's
Yeah,
thing?
just what was the question that was asked? Because I have no idea. I just watched
So
the Geno part, and I'm just like, I don't even know what the subject's supposed to be.
it's so funny, man, because I knew he was gonna change it to COVID somehow. So it was something about patriotism. Like, I'm just gonna back it up so we can hear the exact question, but it was something something like he doesn't think MAGA is a patriotic thing or something like that.
and move forward.
God damn it! Hurry up! Hurry up!
Brave browser.
Yeah, I
You
know.
deserve the
I got
best.
bigger issues in my
I
brain.
myself have canceled my YouTube Premium because I realized I was only really using it for the download function. Like
Trump supporters are not patriotic.
Okay, so that was the question. Hold on.
Supporters are.
While you search ahead, but yeah, the background play never worked right for me. Whenever my phone would shut off, it would just go away. But I have Brave browser on my phone as well, so background playing works great on that. I've been using Brave browser for as long as it's been around, probably damn near 10 years now.
Nice.
It's just a fork of Chrome, so you can use anything that you use with Chrome with Brave browser. It just has enhanced security and blocks ads very well, even YouTube ads.
I should write it down one of these times. I think you bring it up every time, and then by the time we finish, I don't remember what the fuck it's called, so I never fucking even bother. But all right, yeah, he's gonna make some claim about Trump's supporters not being patriotic. So this is what Geno was supposed to talk about right here.
My next claim is Trump supporters are not patriotic. No, she's back.
What?
Okay, so this woman got up before, she had talked to him beforehand. So we'll just fast forward through her thing. And we'll get to Geno.
Not seen discharge papers, so I can't speak
Well,
to
that's
that.
what's being debated
But
right
what
now.
I can say that I will agree with you on, I don't like that he's calling it a hoax.
Cool.
I will agree with you on that. Now with
Okay,
President.
pause. You've been voted out by the majority.
I think I did better.
We
letting you
did do
talk.
better, but
Yeah,
look,
we did better.
let's talk. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first I thought that redhead, when I first saw it, I thought that was Chrissy Mayer. I was like, then I got a close up of it. I was like, oh, good God, no, that's not Chrissy Mayer.
Oh shit! It says Eugene instead of Geno.
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking notice. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Just like I said, I was in my kitchen borders my fucking living room, so I could hear that my wife was watching Jubilee, and I recognized what's his face, the Democrat kid, and so I'm half listening, half not. Then I'm like, that sounds like Geno. And then I could hear the way the person was talking. I'm like, that's fucking gotta be Geno, doing the same jokes. Geno's got that distinct way of talking. So I went in there. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, this dude's in the Dabbleverse. So anyway, let's hear
And
what Geno has to
It's a
talk
very
about.
Geno being Geno type of Geno discussion.
Yeah. He people will see. He totally.
I think Luke Luke's only word in edgewise is, man, you're just vomiting all over me.
Yeah. Like I said, they're both. What's funny is like Luke's on the left. I'm not a huge fan of him, but he does have this like charm to him, so I don't hate him. And Geno's a similar way to me. He's on the right, and I don't agree with him, but he does have this little goofy charm to him too, a little bit. He can be annoying and shit too, but it's just Luke's used to like he's starting to make his rounds on some of the news shows and everything. So he's used to like serious conversations, and then he gets fucking Geno fucking coming
Yeah, I
on.
know. It's like too bad he doesn't know anything about Geno, or he probably would have come in and said, no, not that guy.
Yeah.
Believe I got to meet Harry Sisson. Goddamn pleasure.
He's a good buddy of mine.
You're much more likable than Harry Sisson.
Oh,
Let me
no,
tell you that.
stop it.
You are.
So that's all we need to know. He's friends with Harry Sisson, who I cannot stand. Fuck him. He's
Also
he's
takes
the worst.
DNC money.
Yeah. Oh, king of that shit.
Yeah.
Charming.
Oh,
I mean, he's an
I like
actual line item on DNC budget, on the DNC budget,
Yeah.
along with
Your
Brooklyn
bandana.
Dad and JoJo from Jers. They're literal line items on their budget. You can look at their budget, and they have their pay on there.
Yeah. I don't think Luke's that bad, but I think if he could be, I think he would be there. I think, and it is tough, like being middle-aged, trying to listen to some young kid. Like, dude, you haven't lived life yet, man. You're making way more money off this shit than I am, so fuck off. There's a little resentment in it too. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. I had to wear it during the lockdown because Biden was so patriotic. He shut down the country.
Who was president in 2020?
I believe Donald Trump was.
Yeah.
I remember. The
Yeah,
stuff
so-
goes.
Yeah.
And he used Operation Warp Speed. And let me point something out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and cite facts because I spend a lot of the day drinking.
Facts,
But what I'm
Max.
going to say is that in 2020, Trump was president.
Yeah.
Correct? And he rushed the vaccine to the market. The vaccine, and then we'll get to Epstein. And I know it was.
We don't have to go there. I just want to talk about.
I didn't have to go there
It's
either.
not
What an
patriotic.
island. But what I'm saying is, thanks for getting me. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
You're doing
funny.
great yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate that they both found it's a difficult subject, but they both found some humor in it. Yeah, so it was a good joke.
In 2020, a lot of people get confused that Trump rushed the vaccine to the market to try and save the left from stealing the election, and we won't get into that. And he said, "Here's the vaccine."
False.
And because false, he didn't rush it to the market.
Election wasn't stolen. Okay.
Oh, okay. In 2020, okay, he rushed it to the market, and he said, "Here's the vaccine."
What are you talking about?
He rushed.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting to this, right?
That was good.
Rush the vaccine to the market.
Yeah, awesome.
Did he
He's,
mandate it?
No.
Geno doing Geno things, man. It's got to go right to the vaccines and COVID.
Again, Trump
See, this kid
supporters.
doesn't get it.
Yeah, again, Trump supporters are not patriotic. Geno is supposed to be backing. He's supposed to be doing the counter to that, making the claim that Trump supporters are patriotic. And he's talking about the vaccine. He's obsessed. He's absolutely obsessed.
Very good.
Ish.
No, he did not ish.
Hey, let
He
me
said, "Here's the
Craig just say
vaccine,"
something
because
really
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
about the Trump about the question on its face. That is a stupid and loaded question. Okay, next.
Hey, Def, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen. Have you been streaming lately, man? If you are, I haven't
yeah,
been
I've been-
getting.
I haven't
I
seen
ha-
Deft do anything lately. I think
Yeah,
he did a clip the other day.
I just, yeah, I just want to make sure that if you are, man, I'm not getting notifications. I saw you in Pineapple's chat yesterday, and I felt like that was the first time I've seen you in fucking ages, man.
Probably
Anyway,
got a
yeah.
new job and doing new job things.
Well, if you have, man, good for you, man. I got to get back in touch with
so.
you. It's been too long. Been way too long.
he's so
Hopefully not
patriotic. We're
still suffering from old job things. And the
getting
loss
to
of
that.
it.
Wait.
He said you are free to get the vaccine,
No.
or you're free to not get the vaccine.
Hey.
But let's open up the effing country. I'm not going to say in front of this kid. Thank you. So once the country got opened
Okay.
up, then Biden came in because he's so patriotic. He said, "You get this vaccine, or you lose your job."
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's
didn't happen.
All right, we'll get a fan fact check here. Former President Biden signed an executive order in September 2021 mandating all federal employees and contractors get vaccinated. Very few people were fired because it was challenged in court and left in legal limbo. All right.
I remember there was an issue with the military. A lot of people got pushed out of the military
Yeah, I can.
for that.
I can give my what's fuck, dude. I'm not trying to make excuses. Just Geno, this thing is so fucking old. Where like I'm trying to remember shit. Like it's over 5 years
Yeah.
old or 5 years old at this point. So I'm trying to remember. I have an anecdotal thing I can quickly add. The company I work for is a big tech company that has government contracts, which is pretty much every big tech company. So I'm not going to give away which one it is. But we were told because it was we had government contracts, we had to go by the same rule. And you had the option of getting vaccinated, or if you weren't vaccinated, you had to be tested quite often. I think it was weekly. You had to get tested. I'm trying to remember. They
It-
would.
Doesn't matter. You can
Yeah.
just say tested. It doesn't really matter. The time frame is so long ago. Who cares?
So it wasn't. Don't get me wrong. It was meant to deter you. It was meant to be like kind of a pain in the ass. Now you didn't. They couldn't make you pay for it. The company had to pay for it. Or the government was paying for it, I forget which, the testing or whatever. But yeah, you did have to get tested frequently, and maybe there was more. I can't remember if there was. Maybe you had to do more temperature checks. Every time we came in the morning, we had to get our temperature taken. All this fucking shit. So
I was fortunate that we were able to just work from home. They just
Yeah.
they just sent everybody home for like a couple years.
So the majority of the company I work for was sent from home, like overwhelming. But I part of the people that actually put hands on the product, so we had to come in.
yeah.
So unfortunately,
That didn't happen.
What didn't happen? Please tell me what did not
That
happen.
didn't happen.
If-
Yeah.
What didn't happen?
Yeah, there were restrictions on the federal level. None of them were like vaccine or jail. None of them were job or jail. It was either
Did
testing.
he just say
Hey,
none of them? I can't believe this.
hey, the ones you're talking about had exceptions where you could do testing at a certain frequency
Testing?
or
A
vaccination.
PCR testing?
It's
Who
true.
invented that? Don't ask him. He's dead. I
It's
wonder
true.
why. Are you out of your MIT
Okay,
brain?
now I feel like I've let you go on. Completely unrelated to what I was saying.
I love how like Geno keeps playing to the other 19 people. He keeps
I
like turning
know.
around.
He's just totally playing to the crowd, and this kid
Yeah,
had no idea he was going to get Geno.
yeah.
He is just a deer in the headlights.
Hey, hope you know what? Maybe this will put Geno on the map. You know what I mean? Sometimes these guys get like 5 minutes of fame, and I know Geno has some small fame, but maybe outside the Kumia world, he can get a little fame out of this.
And you misstated even what a mandate
What
was.
did I
But that's
misstate?
okay. I
What's
just
the
explained it to
mandate?
you. There were two options, but you don't understand. That's fine. Let's
What
get back to
don't
the
I
core of the
understand?
matter. I just said you could either, with the job requirements you're talking about, there would be testing options as well if people weren't getting the vaccines. If individual employers, it's just
Can I-
true. It's just true.
Can I say
If
something real
individual
quick about
employers-
this
Did
kid?
you read?
Yeah,
Wouldn't he have been like in high school for this, for COVID?
yeah. I'm gonna look it up. I want to say he's like I want to say he's somewhere between like 23 and 25 or something like that. But yeah, I'll look up to see how old he is. But yeah, he would have been a teenager, no doubt.
So yeah, he wouldn't have had to, go through any of the bullshit that some of us really had to go through during COVID just to keep a job.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's part of my issue with that's not his fault, but part of my issue is like, dude, you're not gonna tell me how it doesn't matter right wing or left wing. At that age, you're not gonna tell me.
And also-
you don't understand, I guess is what I should say.
And also, the fuck is Geno talking about?
Again, yeah.
Where is Geno going? That's why I love this so much, because Geno is just being Geno up here. And
Oh, yeah.
the
I
kid
told,
just like he's like trying to push back, but when he should be like wrangling him. He's like trying
yeah.
to get,
So the kid
actually,
is
talk to
23. He turned 18 in July of 2020. So he was like 18 years old when this shit was like. It was like he was like 17 when it kicked off, and like 18 and 19 when the vaccine shit was going on.
Yeah, so he didn't have to go through
So-
the shit that we had to go through. But still, why is Geno bringing this up? When the question is, are Trump supporters are not patriotic? Which, once again, as I said, is a
Yeah.
ridiculously stupid and loaded question. But that's why I love this, because once again, like if we had Geno on, I'd love to have Geno on. Geno, if you're watching,
You
or
know
if you
what,
see
dude?
this
Yeah,
later,
you know what?
whatever.
I'm
We
gonna
need
send
to
it to
come
him
on.
right now. I totally forgot. I didn't even send him the link.
Oh yeah,
I
come on. I would
I
love to talk
have
COVID with you.
I randomly, because like Jake Hudson used to send me the he always has a group chat on X, which I've been kicked out of for a long time now.
Yeah, same.
So he also has a long email string, and it's so funny, man. I am on it and Krishan is on it, and it feels like neither one of us belong. Then everyone else is like, it's like, it's the lawyer, fucking Geno, Keanu, like bigger names in the
Known
Dabbling
people.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, known people. Fucking Frankie McDonald, and then it's me and Krishan. It just makes no fucking sense. But because I'm on that, I got all their fucking email addresses now. So thanks, Jake.
But yeah, I'd love for Geno to come on, and Geno, we'll make the subject COVID. We can talk about COVID. We've been meaning to do a COVID show. It's just, I don't know how long it'd be. Probably like 20, 30 minutes, maybe a couple of anecdotes about, some bullshit we had to put up with. And then probably say, but that was 5 years ago. So, everything's fine now.
Yeah. Here we go. Sorry, 1 second. I'm about to send. I don't think anything's gonna happen, but I'll send Geno the link. See if he pops up randomly anyway.
Once again, Geno, if you're watching, because I know you tagged them several times in several things.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're checking this out, man, I'd love to have you on just to you could rant for the entire 2 hours. You could just go and we'll have a good time doing it.
I know. I doubt he remembers me. We had that interaction like last year when I first started the actually, I think it was before we even started this show. I had a lot of interaction with him and his brother or whatever. But in the chat, but I doubt he remembers it. So it's too bad. Fuck me. All right, I'm gonna start the video back up while I send this.
All right.
Oops. The fuck is it? No.
The papers, all the people that are getting their jobs back and back pay for being forced out of their
Those are
job.
federal government workers. Yes, the federal government has a right to say you have to get certain vaccines. The military's done that all the time with a bunch of vaccines, for example.
Okay.
And that's perfectly
How about the
acceptable.
nurses that are
for the
winning
sake of
these
public health.
lawsuits
But
against
let
places
me-
for getting
okay,
fired?
great. Let me go on so that we don't do a whole vaccine debate because I know you're a little off the rails on that. But good. I do want to ask.
It took this kid like it took this kid like 2 minutes to figure that out. All right.
to figure out he's talking to Geno Bisconte.
Yeah. Fuck me. Yeah. Took him all of 2 minutes to figure out Geno is vaccine fucking obsessed.
Go on so that we don't do a whole vaccine debate because I know you're a little off the rails on that. But
That's what Daddy do.
Good. I do want to ask. You've heard a lot of the debates we've had,
Yeah,
which
I
has built
didn't
my
pick it up that
argument
time either.
about the lack of patriotism in supporting Trump, and that is not accepting election results. That
Try
is
and pick
going
it up
after
one more
Not
time.
Thanks for getting
funny.
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're doing great yourself. In 2020, a lot of people get confused that Trump rushed the vaccine to the market to try and save the left from stealing the election, and we won't get into
Well,
that.
that's
He said,
what he
here's
did
the
do.
vaccine.
False.
And because false? He didn't rush it to the market?
Election wasn't. Just don't. Okay.
Oh, okay. In 2020, okay, he rushed it to the market and he said, here's the vaccine.
What are you talking about?
He rushed
Okay.
Okay, we're getting to this, right?
That was good.
Rushed the vaccine to the market.
Yeah, awesome.
Did he mandate it?
No.
Very good.
Ish.
No, he did not ish. He said,
No.
here's the vaccine because
Wait.
he's so patriotic. We're getting to that.
Wait.
He said, you are free to get the vaccine
No.
or you're free to not get the vaccine.
Hey.
But let's open up the effing country. I'm not going to say in front of this kid. Thank you. So once the country got opened
Okay.
up, then Biden came in because he's so patriotic. He said, you get this vaccine or you lose your job.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's
That didn't happen.
patriot-
That didn't happen.
What didn't happen? Please tell me what did not
That
happen.
didn't happen.
Yeah. What didn't happen?
Yeah, there were restrictions on the federal level. None of them were like vaccine or jail. None of them were job or jail. It was either testing.
Did you just say
hey,
none of them? I can't believe this.
hey, no, the ones you're talking about had exceptions. where
Geno,
you could
over
do
here,
testing
over here, Geno.
at a certain frequency
Testing?
or
A
vaccination.
PCR testing?
It's
Who
true.
invented that? Don't ask him. He's dead. I
It's
wonder
true.
why. Are you out of your MIT
Okay,
brain?
now I feel like I've let you go on, completely unrelated to what I was saying, and you misstated even what a mandate
What
was.
did I
But that's
misstate?
okay. I
What's
just
a
explained it
mandate?
to you. There were two options, but you don't understand. That's fine. Let's
What
get back to
don't I
the core of the
understand?
matter. I just said you could either, with the job requirements you're talking about, there would be testing options as well if people weren't getting the vaccines. If individual employers, it's just true. It's just true.
Are you listening to
If
that?
individual employers
Do you read
wanted
the papers?
to,
All the
okay.
people that are getting
All right.
their jobs back and back
All
pay
right,
for
all
being
right.
forced out
Those
of their
are
job.
federal government workers. Yes, the federal government has a right to say you have to get certain vaccines. The military's done that all the time with a bunch of vaccines, for
Yeah,
example.
okay.
And that's perfectly
How about the
acceptable.
nurses that are
for the
winning
sake of
these
public health.
lawsuits
But
against
let
places
me-
for getting
okay,
fired?
great. Let me go on so that we don't do a whole vaccine debate because I know you're a little off the rails on that. But
That's
I
what
want
Daddy do.
good.
That's what
I
Daddy
do want to
do.
ask.
That's what Daddy
You've
do.
heard a lot of the debates we've
That's what
had,
Daddy
which
do.
has built my argument about the lack of patriotism in supporting Trump, and that is not accepting election results. That is going after
Not
media
accepting
companies
what?
that doesn't like election results. Going after
How did he
media
not
companies
accept
that
the
he doesn't
election
like.
results? He
that is
left office.
Ignoring court
And let me
orders.
ask you something about January 6th, the insurrection. Let's say that I'm Donald Trump, okay?
Great.
Let's say that you're Joe Biden, okay? And let's say that people think you stole the election. Let's say you did.
So these were the two topics that Geno wanted to talk about, like January 6th and the vaccine. So he just
Yes.
bulldozed right through to get just a fuck it. This is what we're talking about, kid. That's what Daddy wants to talk about.
And he is just not able to wrangle to wrangle Geno in, which is
Oh shit,
fantastic. As I said,
Dude,
this
hey,
kid
hey.
didn't think his day is going to go like this.
we are offline.
We're offline.
Stream- I was playing it in the background and I noticed I wasn't hearing it anymore.
Says it's still up for me.
Okay.
Nope,
mine
stream
says
unavailable.
Stream unavailable.
Stream suspended for policy violations.
For Jubilee.
Probably.
Unreal. Fucking Christ.
I guess we
YouTube is-
can't play Jubilee.
YouTube's getting all sensitive fucking lately. I just made a mic adjustment. I wanted to hear how it sounded and everything too. What the fuck? I was like, I made an adjustment on the computer. I mean, audio adjustment. Fucking hell. That sucks. This is how bad his mic is.
Said YouTube didn't like us playing Geno. I put into the chat.
All right. I wonder if I can get it back up. I stopped YouTube. Can you put me back up? Probably not, right? Fuck. Let me check my email real quick.
Yeah, it just disappeared for me too, completely.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen, but TSN keeps getting fucking.
They keep getting whacked with
Yeah.
adult content.
Okay.
Today they got whacked at it at a 1/10 of a second. The first 1/10 of a second.
Oh, we're back on.
Are we back?
Yep. Hey guys. If anyone's still here.
I don't show us as being back.
Yeah, I got us as back. I can.
Well, it says live up in the corner.
Yeah, maybe if you buff.
Give it a second. Yeah.
If anyone can hear me, put a type bricks in the thing.
All right, there we go. Yeah, we're back
Yeah.
live.
All right, so I got a email says live stream copyright notice. Your stream was interrupted. Dabbling in politics number 34. Blah 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 blah. Hi OG Mumbling Nick. Due to copyright match, your stream was interrupted.
To hi OG Mumbling Nick.
Yeah. Stream was are interrupted when copyrighted. Detailed detected after copyrighted material is no longer being streamed. Streams are automatically re-enabled.
So Ashley got us
Thanks, Ashley.
got us struck. No, it had to be
Yeah,
the
no,
Jubilee.
it's happened to me yeah, before. There was yeah, 100%. I'll get a more detailed thing afterwards, I think. I had it happen to me once where they did it to me twice in the same stream and I wasn't paying attention. This is why I always I keep a YouTube stream playing in the background and I just keep it super soft so I can kind of faintly hear it. That's how I've been checking on my audio too. But yeah, all of a sudden I noticed like I wasn't hearing anything in the background anymore and I looked and we were off. It was like, oh fuck. All right. I guess
Well, the gist of it is that Geno was Geno, and
Yeah.
Geno talked about the things that Geno wanted, and that kid was not prepared for it.
Yeah, he was not prepared for Mr. Bisconte. So I guess we'll go to shit. I don't even have the John video up anymore.
So I guess we could, do a little bit of the John video, especially if you want to fast forward a little bit. We just watched the John video.
Yeah, I had it. Fuck. I hope you still have it up, John.
Oh no, I have it.
Oh, do you have it on yours?
Yeah, let me get over to it.
Let me see. Oops. So sorry guys. Apparently, can't watch Jubilee. Can't live stream Jubilee. They are little bitches about that, I guess. Even though it's nice, I can't stand that shit. Especially if you're making it like transformative and shit.
Yeah, we were stopping it. All right, I'm sending
yeah.
you the link.
Especially us. We were only gonna watch one section. We just wanted Geno. We're gonna watch 7 or 8 minutes of it. That was it. Some nice advertisement for him. You know what? So far, I'm not even gonna jinx it, but I think so far my adjustments worked. I don't know. We'll see.
They've been sounding all right.
Yeah, it hasn't done the underwater thing. I probably jinxed it, but we'll see.
Well, of course you did.
Yeah, there was one thing on the audio where you can have, I forget what it is. You can have one checked off but not the other, and I just switched them to see if it made any difference. So we'll see. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, for some reason it's not coming up on my it's not coming up on my
Politics Plus.
subscriptions list.
All right.
So maybe you're sort of shadow banned right now.
Maybe. Assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I shut it off right away, so it came back up. One first time it ever happened to me, I ended up having they took me down, put me back up, and it was like a warning. And when I kept playing, I think it was Bill Maher I was playing, and they took me down second time, and that was it. I got a lot of these unofficial strikes. I never like they took down my Jake video on me the other day, when I spurged out on Jake.
They took that down?
Yeah, they took it down on me like what was it, like Wednesday or Thursday? I woke up to it, and they marked it at the 40-second mark. They said I was some kind of bullying or hate, and that's when I called them the F slur. So that's what I got hit for
Fucking
maybe,
YouTube.
yeah, for using the F slur. They were fine. I call the heterosexual guy an F slur, when the worst part is I called someone who's has mental issues the R word, and they were okay with that apparently. So
Well, it's all automatic, you know.
yeah,
It's
I
just
know.
a
Yeah, they
bot
don't
doing
know.
it. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this is like 18 something minutes in. This is where I left it for last time. Because I remember the beginning's kind of like boring. They're just going over whatever. But somewhere around here is when Karem starts with his bullshit stories and the smugness and all this. So
I said the smug is suffocating.
yeah. All right, guys. So this was the last political stream John did with Karem. It was at least 2 weeks ago at this point. But
Well, it was on the name of the file, 10/8/2025.
okay. So we'll have a good time. We'll shit on John and we'll shit on Karem. Then we'll end it.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
you
telling
get of a certain age, I'm telling you, it's a tough room. Hey, how you doing?
Because they usually say it, you know, it's like the
John needs to really
libido
get another
calms down as you get older.
John needs to get new hypocrisy police shirts.
Yeah.
That thing is just
Yeah.
yeah, we just figured that out.
Yeah, no Jubilee. Yeah. What a pain. Like I mean, I get it. I guess I don't get it. I don't get why certain channels are bitches. But whatever.
Middle Eastern, I can't attest to that.
Brian, see, like you're getting a very nice comment. Brian, you look great for 64, and John, Jesus.
When I get older, losing my hair,
Many years from
Oh
now.
God, not this part.
will you
Fuck
still be
this.
sending me
Nope,
a
fast
This-
forward.
No, play this part.
for the tryout?
The part is hilarious.
I go, God,
All
when I
right,
get
we'll go back.
I've been out till a quarter of three. Would
John
you
just
lock
cannot
the
sing.
door? Will you
Would you
still
still
need
need
me?
me?
Will you still feed me
When I'm 64.
Atlantic Records, folks. The lead singer of a band signed by Atlantic Records. That's all you need to know.
Well, it's the wild thing. He keeps bringing that up, and I just think it's funny. In 2025, nobody wants to be signed by a record label. You do it on your own, you make all the money.
Yeah, that's where John. I mean, I get it because of his age, but he's totally lost. Like like Adam with Adam Bush, he's like, when was the last time you were on a network TV show? Or it's like, well, dude, that's not really big time anymore. And
It is
and
not.
Adam was a regular on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I heard for the Pineapple filled me in because he used to watch. He was one of those characters where he was a background character for a bunch of seasons, but then there was 1 or 2 seasons where he was elevated. You know what I mean? That shit happens. Elevated to one of the lead bad guys or whatever the fuck. But John's on one episode of Wings, or John kind of semi-hosted the arm wrestling champ, whatever the fuck it was, pro football arm wrestling championship.
Pro football arm wrestling championship.
Yeah, and he also doesn't get, like, this is something like, if I could, I don't think it would matter because of the personality difference. But if I could talk to John, I'd be like, John, not everybody. John, take you and I, John. When it comes to money made in life, you blew me away, right? When it comes to fame, you blew me away. But not to be a dick, I still have my wife and kids. Like, I have a regular life. I'm not 60 doing coke and getting shit-faced every night. You know what I mean? By myself on the computer and stuff. So not everybody wants. I don't want to, like. I have great memories. You know, I'm sure all of us do. We have great memories from our past. I don't want to live off my memories, man. I want to, like, still have a life, you know?
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you like some of the stuff that happened in like grade school and stuff like that. But John's just like, oh yeah, I did this. Of course, it's probably all made up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's no way to prove any of that. But I'm not going to say that I was like the best student or the best this or anything in high school or grade school. For one thing, I don't really remember.
Yeah. No, I definitely was not. I almost feel like that shit was a different lifetime ago. You know what I mean? Like, I dated one of my best friend's sisters when I was a senior in high school, and
Yeah, I did the same.
she showed up on my feed the other day for something, and so I just had like I took a little jaunt down memory lane myself, but I was like, it sounds stupid, but it seems like a whole different lifetime ago. You know, I was fucking
Well, it was.
17 years old. It was literally almost 30 years ago at this point. So, Jesus.
Great song. Great little ditty by Sir Paul.
Yeah, I remember doing that live as a
Thank you, Mr. Blue Sky. Even though I'm number 181 and you're 162.
trying out for our senior play. That was my one
beat.
thing.
Hey, at least you got on the list.
For the tryout. And,
Every other co-host of everybody else that was on the list got on the list except
64.
me.
I'm gonna be an old.
Oh well, I don't stream that much.
It was, dude. I honestly think I only got on the list because John doxed me. I really do. And well, I should say maybe I would have made the list anyway, but I was only a D instead of an F because John doxed me. Because AI picked up that I was talked about on like TSN and WATP because of that reason.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's, AI can't figure out all this shit.
Fuck.
Oops.
Listen, but I still feel like I'm 19. So what the hell?
Well, I just turned 60 on Saturday.
Mazel tov. Congratulations.
Thank
Hey, I am now of 3 religions. I was baptized Catholic, Jewish, and Muslim. So I'm good to go, whatever religion you want to shoot me in.
Yeah, I'm baptized and I did my communion, my confirmation, but now I don't want to say agnostic, but I guess you would say I'm agnostic more than anything else. I mean, I just think that religion has caused more wars and more hate and more homophobia and everything else is all based on the Bible and not the Bible, the analysis of the Bible. Do you know what I mean? Like like how do you say?
It's not just the Bible, John. It's the Quran. It's a lot of religious texts or pro.
Oh yeah, most of the most violence that was created by religions, they didn't even have really a unified text for the specific religions at the time.
He's also
especially Dark Ages and stuff like that. Yeah, they didn't really have unified text.
I feel like he's regurgitating George Carlin and some other people too. Like Carlin was like my comedic hero, so I've heard him say different variations of this like a million times. I will address Ava real quick. He is not behaving different than a lot of men his age when it comes down to reflecting on his career.
I'll have to disagree with that.
Yeah, I disagree a little bit. And more what I meant though, Ava, wasn't even the career thing. It's he this whole more like the jealous thing. Like everyone's jealous of me or whatever, and
Yeah, because he did something 30 years ago.
30 years ago. That's what I mean. Like, laugh at me all you want. I'd rather be me than John at this point. I'd rather be younger, without strokes. I got my own health issues, don't get me wrong, that I'm dealing with, but I'd rather be with my family and I'd rather have, like the other day, he was making fun of Silent Mike. Kept making jokes about him working 8 hours. Oh, he's tired. He worked 8 hours today. So he's making the accusations that Mike has a full-time job, which I don't know if he does or not, but that's not something to make fun of. If somebody has a full-time job, that's most people. That's reality. He's working. I get it because John's taking a dig like, TSN's not making as much money, so now Mike needs a job. If you want to make fun of Shuli and them for not making as much money, go ahead, have at it, man. But I still wouldn't make fun of Mike or anybody for working a job.
Yeah, I believe Mike is still does still do comedy writing. I think it was a couple weeks ago he said that he was working on writing for a roast that he was talking about a roast that he was writing for. So he still does actual writing.
Gotcha. Yeah,
and he also does a whole bunch. He does caricatures and stuff like that. I've seen things where he'll come in and his fingers will be black, and he said because he spent the whole day down at the pier doing caricatures, things like that. Mike's still out there working. Of course, Zen's out there doing some work. I don't know what Shuli actually does.
Yeah, Shuli.
Other than the show.
Yeah,
I think Shuli just does the show.
It seems like every time Shuli would try and plan a stand-up event, he'd have to cancel it or get canceled or whatever. They're
he said he's got one coming up.
Does he? Okay, it just seems like they're not quite big enough. They're just a little too small. I don't know, but anyway, my point is John's supposed to be this progressive lefty. We don't make fun of people for working 40 hours a week, John. That's all.
And the Christians don't follow Jesus. They oftentimes quote the 10 Commandments in the Old Testament. They also quote Paul, who didn't know Jesus, and the actual words of Jesus people forget or don't adhere to. And I just go back to Matthew 25:40.
Who also didn't know Jesus.
My brother, that you do to me. I go to the Beatitudes, which was Jesus' coming out party. Read those, and I've had people say that's too woke for religion, but I don't get it. I was born and raised Catholic. I got my grandmother on my mom's side is Jewish, so technically I'm Jewish. I have cousins that are Muslim, so I'm all three faiths. And in fact, when I got the tefillin, got blessed into the Jewish faith, I met with the rabbi, and the rabbi said, so do you have any questions? And I go, yes, I do. I have I'm going to ask you the same question I asked my priest when I was confirmed. He says, what's that? I said, God is everywhere. Yes. He goes, yes. God sees everything. Yes. God knows everything. Yes. I said, then what do I need you for? And then the rabbi turned and looked at me and goes, what do you need me for? And I go,
no, I swear to God,
I've
heard that before.
You need me because I'm the internet.
I'm pretty sure Karem stole that from somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
I 100% have heard that before, and I think it was in somebody's routine, and I wouldn't doubt if it was Carlin or something.
Yeah, well, as I said, we'll go through it. This seems like some joke he stole from somebody, and then other shit just seems like stories he completely fucking made up.
Oh, he absolutely made that up.
The priest was almost out of Cliche Central High School. What do you need me for? I'm going, I like this guy.
Yeah,
John has nothing.
Oh yeah, Diablo sandwich. This is the new thing.
You can tell he has nothing because he pulled up a super chat.
Call me.
Yeah. This is. I don't know, John. You have to. I don't know why I'm addressing John. He's not going to see this, but
well, if you do like John, maybe if you yell loud enough, he'll hear you.
Yeah, I'll wait. But listen, John, you have to at least pay attention to your guests and at least have something. John's whole political show seems to be he finds something on X or Reddit or fucking MSNBC.com. He'll play it or he'll read the fucking headline and it'll be like, what say you, Brian? Or what do you think of that, Brian? And then Brian will say some bunch of shit, and then John,
Then John just goes, yeah, and then goes to a super chat or goes to the next thing.
Anyway, how funny is it that this guy Diablo Sandwich spends $2 to make fun of me? Like I don't care about being gay.
It's like
Hey, if you-
it's your political portion of your show. Why is he even bringing it up?
Yeah, right.
Oh, because he needs to bring up a super chat because he had nothing for Brian and needed to change the subject.
What? I don't give a crap. So, I mean,
All you want is a reach around. I'm telling you.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm very
Apparently.
secure in my heterosexuality, nor do I consider
Very
being
obviously.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't bother me, John. So I wouldn't have to keep saying it doesn't bother me. You know, like maybe say it once to be like, dude, go ahead. I don't care.
Or,
But-
say something that like a comedian would say. It would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, and I'll be seeing Brian later tonight.
Yeah.
Or hey, Brian, what'd I thought I told you not to say anything about that.
Right.
Something
mean,
funny.
I'm sure you've seen, but because John said this, Luigi Greenberg started making all these gay images of John, and then John
Yeah.
tried dox him, or thought he doxed him or whatever.
But it doesn't bother him.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Yeah, the whole able thing. Yeah.
Able to dox him.
someone gay an insult anyway. So. But it was
That's
perfect
ridiculous.
timing to make that
It's silly.
comment. I have never
not
eaten
gay.
at Chick-fil-A, and do you know why, Brian?
Well, they have shitty food, but other than that,
Hold on.
Because
Fuck Brian Karem.
What?
Chick-fil-A is awesome.
Yeah, I've never eaten at Chick-fil-A, just because there isn't really one near me that I'm aware of. But as I said, I think I've made this statement before. I buy Chick-fil-A sauce, their official sauce there in the grocery store, semi-frequently because it's delicious.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is fantastic. You got to get the regular or spicy with the provolone. Fantastic, and you throw their hot sauce on it too with a little mayo. Delicious chicken sandwich. Not the best, but very good. But you always tend to want it. Be glad because you always tend to want it on Sunday, and they close on Sundays.
Sunday, yeah. Like, I just real quick, I've made this statement before. People want to, like, if you're LGBTQ and you want to protest, anyone wants to protest whatever you want. But I'm just saying, I think people get a little too nitpicky sometimes because it's like you boycott one restaurant or company, then you go to the other, and it's like, well, you know what? They probably have fucked up shit you don't agree with too. Like they probably got fucking child labor or fucking slave labor or whatever the fuck going on. They're not going to be clean either. So you might as well enjoy what you actually enjoy, because these companies are not. They're not. Their hands are all dirty. Every one of them.
And I like how Chick-fil-A is run by Mormons, so that's why they are the way they are. They don't like not employ gay people. They just they're Mormons. So when they donate their money, they donate to Christian and Catholic or whatever Mormon causes. Some of that is, of course, anti-gay.
Yeah,
the Mormons, like whatever. Like I remember when the boycotts first started, and I remember a bunch of videos of gay people going up and saying, "I ain't gonna fucking boycott Chick-fil-A. Their food's delicious. I'm not gonna stop coming here. You guys are out of your mind." He's like, I don't care. They could be killing gays out the back of the place. I'm still coming in.
I had a friend in the political world, and they were like, they were the nicest person, and almost like too sweet. And when people were boycotting Harry Potter shit because of the writer there,
yeah, that's stupid. Yeah,
like he bought like some Harry Potter game, and he was like, I feel bad, I let down my LGBTQ allies and my trans and like he was beating himself up over it, and I was like, dude, if you no, it's easy for me because I have zero interest in Harry Potter. I haven't read one book, seen one movie, nothing. But this guy's like a sweet dude that really enjoys that shit. I'm like, dude, just play the game. Like, even like all the people, it's one person. I get it, it's the main person in the creator of Harry Potter. But
yeah,
there's
it's
a
the
million
creator of
actors
Harry
and
Potter
actresses that are probably have similar beliefs as you. That made the movie. So just enjoy it if you enjoy it. That's all. It's not going to change things if you don't play this game.
And the thing is that J.K. Rowling actually was a big ally for the whole LGBTQ2IA plus whatever thing before this, and she just made a statement that said, "I don't think people who are born as biological men should be playing sports against biological women." That was all she said, and the whole thing came. They just jumped right down on her, and ever since they've been, they say all sorts of stuff like, she's anti-trans or she's transphobe or this, that, and the other thing. She doesn't like gays, and there for a while she just kept saying, "No, no, 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 no. I'm an ally. I just, biologically, I think it's dangerous for biological women," because she said, "I'm a feminist, so I think that having people who are born biological men playing sports against biological women is kind of dangerous for the women." That's all she said. And now I'm not even so sure now I think that she's probably just basically hates the entire LGBTQIA plus whatever
Yeah,
thing now, because I would.
I forget how it started, but yeah, I do see her lean into it now. But like I said, even if you're against her, like I said, just
enjoy the thing.
Yeah, it's
separate the art from the artist.
Right, you can protest against whatever, but it's not like you not playing this game isn't going to change. That woman is rich beyond belief. It doesn't matter if you bought the game or not. You know what I mean? Like, just where your heart is, and just try and help in other areas. That's what I tried to tell the
I'm the same way. I think Tom Cruise is an absolute lunatic, and I'm not a fan of Scientology, but I'll watch a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, right.
Those Mission Impossible movies are great.
Oh my god! Before we get off topic, did you see with the whole? I didn't bring it up because it's like I didn't feel comfortable talking about it. But the whole thing with Joey C and his son, did you see this shit?
I haven't watched that yet. That was on Brennan, right?
So I've known about it for a while because actually the first, it sucks for him, but the first one to break it was Eckel and Rochi actually broke it over a week ago. Last week at this point. But yeah, then Brennan was talking about. Brennan had Joey on with Tukey, and they were talking about it. But yeah, I guess it's all allegations, but apparently Joey's son, grown son in his 30s, he was married to or living with the sister of Miles Teller, the actor. I don't know if you know him. I've seen a bunch of his movies. All right, he's
I bet if I looked him up, I'd probably find it.
I don't know if you ever saw Whiplash, the drummer movie. He was in the new Top Gun movie. He's been in War Dogs, which is a great fucking movie. He's been in a bunch of movies, but anyway, he's a pretty big actor these days. And Joey's son was dating Miles' sister, but she's in Scientology, and I think Joey's son was, and now she's making all these allegations against Joey's son, which is why I'm not comfortable, because there's like ESO like allegations and like physical abuse like allegations, and she's making them publicly on social media. So somebody in Dabbleverse found them and kind of brought them to Rochi. And
because you can trust a person when they make all the allegations on social media and not to the fucking police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as I mean, it's Joey's family. Who the fuck knows? But I just didn't. Number one, I don't feel comfortable because he's not in the Dabbleverse to begin with. But number two, it's just some ex spouting a bunch of shit where I literally was like, she needs to fucking go to the police if this shit's fucking true. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say pull up what Chris Mack said, because it looks like he knows a lot more about it than I do. As I said, all I knew about the J.K. Rowling thing, because I don't really care that much, other than it's just sort of interesting, is that she just basically made some comments, and then she had all these people just come down on her.
Chris usually knows a lot about a lot of things. So he says, J.K. Rowling was a homeless victim of domestic abuse who wrote Harry Potter while living in a battered women's shelter, and she thinks those have to remain women's only spaces. The sports secondary. Her concern comes from her real life experience regarding how vulnerable women are in those situations. And she is unapologetic about that, which infuriates the delusional people who say men are women, etc. I think
basically that's how I.
I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. But I was even if you disagree, someone that disagrees with her, I just make the point in general. If you have one big disagreement with somebody,
What I'm
or
saying
a
is
company or whatever, just I don't know, enjoy. Life's hard enough as it is. Enjoy the things you enjoy. Is
I'm just saying
basically what I'm trying to
she's
say.
had a lot of shit thrown at her that are just untrue. That's kind of what I was getting at. Anyway, back to
Like
these guys.
their food.
Well, they were against. In my belief, I could be wrong, but I think they were against same-sex marriage. I think they came out against that, and and
So
and
let me ask
obviously-
you something here.
Yeah.
In my belief, I don't know if it's actually true, and I don't really have any information on this, and I don't really know what the story is, but I don't eat there because because of that.
John's been doing a lot of this lately. Like, like he knows he boycotts it, but he can't remember why. It came up this week where it got brought up how he put up a picture of Shuli's wife, and he can't remember why. And he's like he truly did. I can't. Vegas Bear Seal Jerry, what did Shuli do to me to make me get that picture? Like, he doesn't remember. He was on with Ava and Nasty Neil when I sent in a chat trying to get him on a political. I think it was like a couple weeks ago, and he brought up how he's mad at me, and once again he couldn't remember why, and he brought up saying I went to his mother's neighborhood, which is something I debunked to him long ago, way before he doxed me, and he forgot that he was over that, and he forgot that he tried doxing me for another reason. He can't remember why he does things or why he's mad, why he boycotts things, why he puts pictures of people's wives, why he doxes people. It's so you can't be that angry about it, John, if you can't remember the fucking reasons. That's
Well, he's starting to go downhill pretty fast.
Yeah.
At this point, like, as you listen to stuff even just a few years ago, he's a lot more coherent. All those benzos in that beer, getting drunk every single day, doing a bunch of cocaine and having a bunch of doing those benzos, the Klonopin. It's not good for you.
Dude, I can't even imagine, like, with my heart issues, I'm guessing they're not even as bad as John's, and I am fucking I used to like dabbling in coke here and there. Obviously I've been sober for a while, but I wouldn't fucking touch that I wouldn't touch it. Coke and ecstasy were like my party drugs. I wouldn't fucking touch either. I'd be afraid. Not just
I had the
sobriety,
opportunity a
but
little
because-
while ago. Well, after my first time, I had sort of issues with my heart, and it all healed up. But even then, I was like, I had an opportunity. I was like, nah, I'll just drink.
And here's a guy with 2 strokes, and he's still doing the nose candy and the benzos. Not good, Johnny. All seriously, John, I have my issues with you, but not good, bro. Don't do that shit.
Or maybe he just, maybe he knows he's dying. Like, his doctor's probably like, if you don't do this, you're going to die soon. And he's like, well, I'm going to die soon anyway, so fuck it.
Could be.
Let's party.
Pro LGBTQ plus. But is it coincidental, or is this just the norm nowadays, Brian?
That.
Okay, I'm gonna show you. Don't worry. I just fucked it up.
All right. I thought maybe you were having a mental hiccup there.
No, but here it is. Now, Ohio Chick-fil-A owner Stacey Austin has been arrested for driving over 400 miles to North Carolina with ill intentions to meet a 15-year-old child on a Sunday, of course. I mean, it's just, the hypocrisy is just so deep with these people.
I hadn't heard that one. Is that a confirmed thing, or is that just something off the internet? Was that actually a confirmed story? Because a lot of that shit's made up.
No.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
On
I don't
Twitter.
look, these
So funny. I mean, this is weeks ago, so it is true, but it is funny that John didn't even didn't
even think to
realize-
confirm it.
Yes. I mean, that's something I will have to give Karem some credit on that, at least. That you have to back this shit up.
John never does. He just sees something he agrees with and fucking rolls with it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Like I said, I used to have a certain set of people I actually trusted, and then I wouldn't double check their shit, and then I even got burnt on them. So I was like, "Fuck this! I gotta double check everything now."
As I said, I just don't believe anything.
I was gonna say, never mind some rando thing on X where there's, X and Facebook, there's misinformation. Yeah, the truth's in there, but the opposite is always said too. So there's misinformation fucking everywhere, dude. You can't just go off Yeah.
Or you check the headline, you go into the article. Like I've seen this a lot too. People who'll be like, well, what about this article? Saying, trying to prove their point, and you go look at the article and it says the exact opposite of what the headline says. Like I see that like a lot.
Yeah, I actually won a debate on that the other day with, I forget who it was against. No, not a debate, but discussion where they said something and then I opened it up and read it, and when you read it, it actually backed up what I was saying. So
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
You didn't open it, but
DHS, if you read the DHS press releases about what's going on in Chicago, it's completely 180 degrees away from the reality there. The same as in Portland. And a lot of the far left and the far right, because of AI and because they learned how to edit, are creating, fiction. And so I have a hard time, that could well be true. I mean, there have been plenty of.
No, it's true. It's true. The USA Today has confirmed it.
Then that doesn't surprise me.
Here it is, Brian. Ohio Chick-fil-A owner accused of driving 400 miles to sexually abuse child he met online. So that was true, Brian.
No, I will say something about that.
What?
I ain't driving 400 miles for a piece of ass.
No, and I was just going to also say, look how happy he is. It's like, John, there was a child about to be fucking sexually assaulted by a fucking old man. It's not funny, He's
very happy that old man happened to be of a different political.
That's what he's happy about. And
doesn't really care about that, a kid was going to be sexually assaulted. Only cares that it is a person with the opposite political view as him.
Yeah, and I've beaten this to death on this show, but that, to me, that's not a left-right thing, man. That there's fucking old disgusting pedos on both sides and fucking both major parties, and you can't get caught up in that, dude, because there's going to be just pretty much they can pull up just
because somebody's going to turn around and say, "Oh, here's one of your guys that did it."
Right, and it's like,
and he drove 450 miles.
It's like, let's just make the point that it's fucking disgusting and arrest these fucks. That's it.
Exactly, 100%, absolutely.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, the reason why they, they didn't want the, same-sex marriage is that they are what I believe a Catholic, organization, which is why they're not open on Sundays, and
Mormon.
Well, I coached football at a very conservative Catholic high school that my youngest son went
story
to.
Coming
and I remember there was a kid.
Oh yeah, this one.
I had to talk to one day. I had put the kids at the beginning of the season. You line them up and you test their 40 time, 40-yard dash time. And so sometimes it's best doing it singly, but sometimes it's better to give them someone to race against. So you have two guys in a line and two timing. So you can you kind of encourage them to compete and go a little faster. So I had two kids in a line, and this one kid was definitely destined to be a lineman. I mean, he was a large kid, African-American kid, and next to him was a toe-headed white kid I was looking at him to be like a safety or a corner, very fast kid, I thought. But the black kid beat him on the 40-yard dash every time. And I said to the white kid, I said, it doesn't even look like they're trying. And he goes, why should I? Black people are naturally faster than white people. I said, excuse me?
Oh,
and he goes, yeah, he said, yeah, they have an extra muscle. And I go, where the fuck did you?
What skinny kid is gonna not try against a fat kid? Like what kid on the football team isn't gonna try? Like this story is 100%.
And where's the white kid toe-headed?
Is that what he said? I was trying to figure out what the fuck he said there. I was like,
yeah, he said toe-headed white kid. I'm like, well, okay. Why are we attacking the white kid for his looks, but the black kid or not?
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It doesn't
dumb,
matter.
man.
The story didn't happen.
100% bullshit. Yeah, dude, I'm younger than you, Karem, but I remember fucking Jimmy the Greek as well. You know what I mean? I remember whatever the fuck he said that got him canceled and shit. And you're just playing off of that. This never happened. No white kid didn't fucking try in a 40-yard dash.
Just because he was a white kid against a black kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't happen. No fucking way.
Especially on a football team.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he fucking try? Why wouldn't, you even said he's going for his 40 time. You're just putting them at the same time to try and encourage them to run faster. He's not technically even racing the black kid. He's trying to get a time. So why the fuck wouldn't he try his hardest? Makes no fucking sense.
Because it didn't happen.
I know, it's fucking bizarre. Well, growing up in somewhat of a racist area of North Massapequa, Long Island. I'm not saying all people that grew up there, but our football.
But he does
we
say that regularly.
Little League football. They would say when we would play, like, let's say Baldwin, which is predominantly black, they say, well, they're faster because they have an extra bone in their leg. I'm like, no, this is what they would tell kids. Like, this bullshit, Brian.
I'm pretty sure that's
It's
not what they would
crazy.
say. I'm pretty sure that it was just somebody came up with that excuse, or like you said, heard something somewhere. Because I do believe, like, black people, like, I think what it is like their Achilles goes up their back a little higher than on white people or something like that. But
yeah, I don't remember. I'm just saying, like, I'm not even. John's is actually a little more believable that he may have overheard someone saying that back in the fucking 80s. You know what I mean? Because that was a thing they used to say back, especially back then.
as I said, I've heard those things too. And it's just like, I don't know. I've never even really looked into it
I've
because I'm
overheard
just
them
like,
too,
I
yeah.
don't fucking care.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even saying that white kid never overheard someone say that, but I don't believe he didn't fucking try in a 40-yard dash and said that fucking bullshit. He's, like I said, Karem's always I'm with a black guy and a white guy. I'm with a far left and a far right. I'm with a fucking
With a
heterosexual and
rabbi,
gay
a
guy.
priest,
Yeah.
and a
Yeah,
and
he's
a
always in
imam.
these fucking situations that none of us ever find ourselves in. They sound like jokes, you know?
Because they are.
But today, the crazy is what is mainstream. And for those on the far, I have no more stomach for the far left than I do for the far right. To me, it's the same side. It's two different sides of the same coin. And I've told
we
the
can
story.
tell.
Yeah, and that's how we feel about the Democrats and Republicans, pal. It's the opposite side of the same coin. You like, stop blaming centrism isn't fucking working, Karem, or whatever the fuck you think this is. It's not. Your side isn't winning, so fuck off. He thinks he knows. He thinks he has the fucking solution to everything, but he keeps changing what he fucking says. And history.
Oh yeah, he constantly says that he's, he doesn't care. He's on both sides, one side, the other, whatever. They're all bad. But everything he talks about is just basically Trump bad. He's a big orange man bad guy.
There's a reason he's doing a Stuttering John political show. When he used to be when he wanted to be a White House reporter, and this is what he's doing now.
Well, I mean, I don't see where else you can go from being the White House correspondent for Playboy. I mean, there's just no higher way. There's no higher status that you can get than the Playboy's White House correspondent, which is probably, hey, you can write. Why don't you go be our correspondent at the White House?
You're not buying his theory, Ranger? Come on, man. Yeah, I guess you can call it anti-white. I don't even fucking know, man. I just don't believe him. I don't believe him for a second that fucking happened.
It doesn't matter if it's anti-white racism. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
We'll talk to MAGA members who don't want to see nudity in movies. And in fact, I had a MAGA member, far left guy in front of me one night, and he said they don't want nudity in movies because it's against the Bible. And then the left guy goes, no, I don't want nudity in the movie because it's denigrating to women.
This didn't fucking happen. Has anybody here ever been in the fucking movies with two friends, and one goes, I hope there's no nudity in this thing because of the Bible, and the other one goes, I hope there's no nudity in this thing because of, feminism, or whatever the fuck you just said. I can't remember.
No, we all do want to see tits, though.
Yeah. I've literally heard women complain that there's no nudity in fucking movies. I've been to fucking movies with women saying, man, there wasn't enough sex in that movie. You know what I mean? Everyone likes that shit.
Yeah, like after the first season of Game of Thrones and Daenerys never showed her tits again. I knew a lot of women that were kind of upset by that. I knew a lot of people, including myself, that were a little upset by that. It's like, hey, when we're going to see her tits again? Oh, her contract says no more nudity. Well,
no, but
I guess the story's pretty good. So
yeah,
there was a lot of little. I will complain. There was a little too much Wang.
I never watched the show. I've never had anyone complain. I've never had a friend complain about nudity in a fucking movie because of the Bible or because of fucking feminism or whatever the fuck.
Me either. Yeah. The only person I've ever heard complain about it was probably a pastor or something at a church somewhere.
Yeah.
I imagine probably complained about it.
Like, I don't know, maybe my 80-something-year-old grandmother would complain, but I wouldn't go see an R-rated movie with my 80-something-year-old grandma.
Yeah, that'd be a
You
little
know what I
weird.
mean? Yeah. So,
So
Hey,
you
Grandma,
all
how about
agree.
them tits, huh?
and I wouldn't call my grandma the far left either. You know what I mean? Or far right. I just call her old and conservative, or you know what I mean?
We're old, and I don't want to know that she
Yeah.
likes to see tits in
Right,
the
right.
movie.
And they go, no. I go, well, neither one of you want nudity in movies. What does it matter what your motive is? Yet the result is the same.
Yeah, we all want to see
That
tits.
kind of argument
Absolutely.
falls on deaf ears. Logic always gives way to emotion, and people are more driven by emotion than they are facts. And the fact of the matter is that's the reason why we're in the state that we're in. Both sides of the aisle use emotion to drive you to them, and they use money to facilitate it. The Republicans are far more successful in that matter because they learn to listen before they grift. The Democrats will usually preach and communicate very poorly, and they come across
Olivia's
as
back
elitist.
in the
Though
Chick-fil-A
if you take
section.
time
So I'm saying,
look at what it is they do, most of the legislation that they get
Karem
passed,
could
and
get
they are more
fucked.
successful at passing.
I gotta.
for just for him saying that Chick-fil-A sucks alone, he's already lost any credibility as a journalist.
I gotta look up to see if I got one up here in fucking Mass, you know, or even Rhode Island. I'm not too far from Rhode Island. I'll see if
But no, I feel like I've built it up too much. It is really good, but it is really plain. But that's like what's so good about it. They just basically they pressure fry it. That big pressure fryers, right?
yeah,
They put the
yeah.
chicken breast in there, and it comes out juicy and real nice and crispy and stuff. And as I said, some of their sauce on it, maybe a little mayo, some of the provolone. Oh, delicious.
I think my wife and kids have had it because like my wife's family, I think I told you, they're down in South Carolina, so they made a couple trips down there for weddings and shit. But I haven't been able to go either fucking time, so I haven't been able to hit the old Chick-fil-A down there in South Carolina. But maybe we'll get one up here. We got KFC and Popeyes up here, which
Yeah, if you ever have the opportunity to swing in for a Chick-fil-A, I suggest you do it.
we got a Sonic up here. I remember my brother was all excited. He went to Sonic because there wasn't too many of those up here either. But I still haven't been to fucking Sonic.
Chili cheese coney with some tots at Sonic. Sonic tots are amazing.
Good shit. Nice.
Yeah.
Passing legislation does help out more people.
Yes.
The biggest thing that's happened, the most beautiful thing that the Congress has done in the last
You were
8
being
years,
very generous,
the
Dates Wild,
$1 trillion
with that
infrastructure
10%.
bill, and that was under the Biden administration.
I think
and that
it's
kept us
close
from
to
going
0%.
into a recession
Yeah.
after COVID. Yet at the same time, people believe that somehow that there's something wrong with that. And the fact of the matter is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The fact of the matter is, Democrats and Republicans worked together. Today, they can't even get a continuing resolution. Our government is shut down now for a week because Congress, the far right,
Over two now.
is showing their fealty to Donald Trump.
Long
The
time.
far
4 weeks
left is
now?
showing
4
their
or 5?
fealty to woke politics. None of them are working together. And our left
Wait,
is
what
showing
is
their
that?
fealty to woke politics. None.
What woke politics, dude? What woke? I can't. Yeah, this guy don't know shit, man. Like, nope.
Yeah, the other day when I was talking about the woke politics and progressive politics, and Sam Bibley called me out on it, and I realized, oh wait, yeah, no, it's the things that they're saying, not so much as the things that they're doing.
Yes, I agree to that. They use the woke shit as a fucking excuse. They do it because of their Wall Street donors. It's why they do what they do or don't do
Yeah.
what they don't do. You know, that's the fucking reason. These fucking clowns.
Of them are working together, and the right is lying about why it's shut down. They're telling you that it's shut down because they want because the Democrats want to back free health care for illegal immigrants, which is the most ridiculous claim I've ever heard in my life. And yet here we are.
Well, don't forget now, isn't it true, Brian? Now, I don't know if this is AI, but isn't it true that Trump is taking credit for the infrastructure bill now?
He has on occasion. I was there in the White House when he did. He has said.
If I was
there
Trump,
in the
I
White
wouldn't
House
take.
when he did.
I wouldn't take credit for that fucking thing.
Well,
I
the
don't think-
infrastructure bill happened during Biden,
Yeah.
and Karem was only in Washington as in the press pool, the White House press pool, in Trump's first term.
Oh, to hear him take credit or whatever? Is that what you're saying?
So yeah, so I don't understand when he heard Trump take credit when he was in Washington.
Yeah, I don't know if he means like maybe I don't know, maybe he took credit on air. I don't fucking know. But it's
But
it's
yeah,
not
I
much
don't
to
even
take
know. Yeah, I don't even know where the money for that infrastructure bill went. It certainly didn't go anywhere that I've ever lived.
I was just gonna, yeah, it's not much to take credit for. It got cut down big time, and a lot of it by fuck, I always forget his name. That fucking Democrat, Pennsylvania, he sucks.
Fetterman?
No,
Oh, no, he's
uh,
not Pennsylvania.
he's I can't remember, but you know him. He's the one that he would always him and here I go, dude, with the fucking names. I can picture both of them. I was about to say here in the
You're on the
fucking-
right show, that's
the
for sure.
bisexual chick, fucking who used to be pretended to be super progressive, and then fucking I can't remember. Anyway, there used to be during Biden's like first term, there were two Democrats that would like fuck things over on him regularly to make sure, and I think they even like helped Trump out towards the end of his term. I can't fucking remember, but it don't matter because if it wasn't
Well,
them,
there's,
it would have been different ones. It would because they would have found some other Democrat to fall on the fucking sword. So we didn't actually get any real infrastructure done.
So
it
like
wouldn't have
McCormick or Fetterman?
All right, so I must be wrong with Pennsylvania because it's not either. I'll look it up.
passed without him, but he wasn't there. He also claims that
Fetterman,
had he been
obviously
in
it's
office,
Fetterman.
the war
try
in
Virginia
Ukraine would
for
not have
me.
started.
Try Virginia.
Mind you, the
Who we
war
got
in
in
Ukraine
Virginia?
started before he was in office.
Yes.
It started under Barack Obama, and he did nothing about it when he was in office because he was showing fealty to
Tim Kaine?
Vladimir Putin.
Yes.
No.
So he now gets to gripe and complain about Biden when in fact he did nothing when he was there the first time.
Fuck, what
And
state is this
that-
asshole
as
from?
far as the infrastructure bill, there are plaques now that say courtesy of Donald Trump. You haven't seen this?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've also seen the wall of the
I'm
auto
not.
center.
I'm not even.
The Hall of- and
Mansion.
if you've
Is
gone to
that
the
who you're
Oval
thinking
Office
about?
lately, it looks to me like a nail salon in Queens. In
Obviously,
1970.
Mansion.
Yes, Joe Manchin. What fucking
Manchin,
state is Joe
right.
Manchin from? I thought it was fucking Pennsylvania or Virginia. I'm fucking wrong.
Josh Gottheimer.
No, it was Joe
J
Manchin.
Ranger
Joe Manchin. Where the fuck are you from, Manchin? Are you
or
out?
Gottheimer. Whatever.
I fucking hate Joe Manchin. West Virginia. All right. It was West Virginia I was thinking of, I guess.
That's okay.
Ava.
It's perfectly okay to not think about West Virginia.
Yeah, he was the one that was like Democrat in name only. I mean, he had the corruption down, the corporate corruption down like the Dems do. But yeah, he was more into all the fucking.
So, like, what did he do? Like, just strip out the infrastructure bill or something, or?
Yeah, he would always like hold it. Yeah, because he's so super into fracking and he had, I forget everything. He had money invested in. Fuck, he had money invested in fucking some company, and I'm pulling a John here. Actually, I know more than John. I just can't fucking remember. But yeah, him and Kirsten Sinema used to be the two that would just fucking.
So basically, just big corporate Democrat.
Yeah, but like,
was it
extra corporate-y Democrat-y, I guess.
Yeah, what they call it, cronyism.
Yeah. When Kirsten
Corporate
Sinema, when
cronyism.
she first ran, like she acted like she was like a fucking Bernie type, and then holy shit, she pulled her just like Fetterman. I mean, Fetterman wasn't quite as progressive, but yeah, he's done a fucking 180 too. So
He's done a serious 180 lately.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're talking about? These plaques that are provided by Donald Trump.
No.
Honestly, this is literally the only place I've heard of this. When I first watched this, I'm like, plaques that state something is provided by Donald Trump. I'm like, I didn't even look it up because I'm like, he's making that up, or he saw somebody, or probably a Photoshop picture or something like that of somebody's that they put up on X or something.
There's so much shit out there, dude. I'm like, I'm behind on some of it, man, because I'm try and filter out what I think is important and what isn't. And then I've also been on a movie kick lately, so I've been watching more movies than watching my political shit. So
yeah, I've been paying more attention to Dabbleverse lately than really. And then I finally got my project now working on AMD GPUs. But other than that, yeah, I haven't really been paying attention much. There's not been much to pay attention to in politics really recently. Mostly everybody's crying about whether or not the ballroom is good or bad. And it's like, well, it's nothing.
yeah, it's like I said last night that the Democrats or the left, whatever you want to say, they nitpick the wrong shit a lot of times, you know, and so then when the big shit comes up, like they don't get taken seriously. They did it
Yeah,
with
because
Stormy
everybody's like,
Daniels, and now it's happening with the ballroom. You know. Yeah, Fetterman is a fucking. I was mad. I pushed for that motherfucker so hard, and then he does a fucking 180 when he gets in there.
It is just, I was going to go there. It is fucking so gaudy and gross. It's like
Our government is gaudy and gross. We're in a. Everyone says, "Don't say fascism. Don't say." All right, fine. Totalitarian, authoritarian, despotic. I don't care what term you want to put on it. But the fact of the matter is, just because you disagree with me, you're not my enemy. We just have a disagreement. Donald Trump has turned. He's created enemies. He's created this narrative that if you don't agree with him, that you are in fact you're the problem. You're the enemy of the state, and that's not how it works. The how a democracy works is we both give a little. It's been the art of compromise, the art of half a loaf. Our politics has been the language we use to settle our differences, not to beat people into submission. Donald Trump wants to be a hammer, and I'm not his nail.
no, but how about this new coin that he's putting out, which is against the law as well? And Brian, come on, man. How many laws is this guy going to break before
I don't even know
somebody
what
holds
that
him
is.
Any of
accountable?
them that you'll let him break. That's the problem. You have to understand that Donald Trump does not care about law, Constitution, or you. He doesn't care about anyone but Donald Trump. He ran to avoid prison. Now that he's in office, he is
He wasn't
engaged in
going to prison.
retribution and revenge. He has hired people who are complicit in his cover-up.
Yeah, I don't think he was going either, but I will say I don't think he ran all the way because of that, but I'm sure he wanted some of the.
I mean,
Like the
there's some things
security,
you can
you know.
do to not go to prison. I would say running for president would be the most difficult of those things.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I mean, he knew he was going to be the nominee. You know, he's so popular on the Republican Party, and Biden was a fucking wreck. I mean, they even, it came out that he was upset when Biden dropped out, but Biden dropped out way too late, so he couldn't have a fucking primary. So they just put Harris in there, who fucking nobody fucking likes, just because they didn't want to lose all the money they fucking generated. So
Exactly. They knew
yeah.
they knew Harris wasn't going to win. They just didn't want to give up that money.
No, 100%. That's everything you need to know. That's all you need to know, man.
And his corruption, and will face jail time long after he's off this planet. So people like Pam Bondi, who were bought for a mere 25 grand, Tom Homan caught with 50 grand in his pocket, Stephen Miller, who is just Himmler reincarnated.
Yep.
These
He is
people have
kind
their
of,
own agendas.
intense.
These people know they're breaking the law, and these people are young enough that they will face retribution if Donald Trump should fall from office. Honestly, I've never seen Donald Trump more afraid than he is now.
What?
Both sides care him, ladies and gentlemen.
So, I you know what, Karem, I wish that were true, man, but it's not. It's not. Like, none of these people are gonna go to jail afterwards. That shit
No.
doesn't happen, especially on the right, because the Democrats always want to be like, let's not. In the to the right's defense, like Trump, did the whole lock her up and then didn't do anything. Like, they don't really.
Yeah.
They talk both. These elites, they talk a lot of shit, right? They talk a big game, but in the end, they don't really go after each other to throw each other in
No.
fucking prison. It doesn't happen.
No, because they don't want a situation where they keep going after each other.
Right. They
You rub my back, I rub yours. In public,
Exactly.
they'd be like, "We're going after. We're definitely going to do it." And then when they have the opportunity to do so, they don't, because they don't want them. They don't want it coming back on themselves for all the shady shit they did.
Yeah, it's not. At best, it'll be like. At best, it'll be somebody we don't hardly have heard of. Take support. Like, that's how this shit works. Like, during the whole housing scam, the whole when the whole shit fell apart there, only one person went to jail, and it was somebody nobody fucking heard of at a low level. All the big con people, nothing happened. So
Yeah, they probably just give them a bunch of money and say, "Okay, we're Fred from accounting. We're going to give you a couple $1 million, but you got to go to jail for a few years."
Carter, if you show your fucking face first, buddy, and then you show me yours, I'll show you mine, buddy. How about that? Thanks for stopping by. How do you face jail time when you're off the planet? When you're dead?
As she said later, space jail
Space jail. Yeah, we can go.
or space prison. Mr. Blue Sky said, "Yeah, space prison."
Does
Trump's going to go to space prison.
deal? Fucking sweet, pal. Sweet. Um,
Well, you see, Cardiff, that's not fair. You can already easily get Nick's face.
yeah, my face was plastered all over John's green screen,
Yeah,
almost exactly a
John
year
already
ago.
doxed him.
It'll be 1 year ago Tuesday that my face was plastered all over John's green screen. I'm gonna have a anniversary special. I guess I'm celebrating. I don't know how to word it. I kind of want to go over like everything that happened and shit. Like I still have all the old videos I made, but it's like I don't want to be like, hey, the 1 year anniversary. Like it's a fucking celebration.
Yay! I got
it's like,
doxed a year ago.
1 year ago, my wife got threatening phone calls and text messages. Woo! So
It was a party.
yeah, fantastic. But anyway,
I am looking forward to that.
I was gonna ask this: does Space Force is still a thing, right? I don't hear about Space
Yes.
Force anymore. That was his pride and joy in the first term.
Yeah, Space Force is still a thing.
Not good.
He is.
Why is he afraid?
He is afraid because Jeff Epstein.
Yes.
So he's going to try and break down norms so he's never held accountable. And he probably won't be in his life. I don't think he'll ever see a day in jail. He wants to die in the Oval Office. He wants to die in the Oval Office and run in 2028. He wants to lay in state in that wonderful ballroom that he's building and charge people $1,000 a head to see his corpse. That's Donald Trump. That's where he is. But the people who are there with him, they're the ones that are going to face retribution. And that's why you're seeing them as angry as they are and doing all that they can to destroy the United States so they never have to face retribution or justice.
It is fucking insane. Now, I do got to give kudos. As a reporter, Brian, I'd love to get your take on this. Lawrence O'Donnell, I think he's brilliant. I don't know if you like him on MSNBC, but
I watch him on occasion.
Okay, well, he did a takedown of Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper allowed Donald Trump to answer questions, not through text.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And, what the fuck? Brian, what kind of reporter is going to give we don't know if Donald Trump answered those himself. I'll make an estimated hypothesis. He did not. He got somebody else to answer it for him.
Yes, that's the accusation. No, factually, I don't know. I suspect Donald Trump has been seen less and less in the public eye. Often they joke.
I don't understand why that's an issue worth yelling about.
It's one of the nitpicking things.
There's literally a whole office, the press secretary, whose job it is to answer questions for the president. Why is he worried that maybe somebody else answered the text? I don't.
Yeah, it's like number one. I would love to go back on John's old shows, political shows, and figure out how many times he praised Jake Tapper, but now he doesn't like Jake Tapper. Obviously, I can't stand the fucking dude, but and I get it. I get it. Like, yeah, you sent him through text. Obviously, I doubt Trump's the one that fucking answered, but does it really matter? Like at this point,
No.
like was this interview gonna make or break the fucking presidency? It was just a fucking interview. It doesn't, like, he's given a million interviews. Trump said some fucking outrageous shit, and it never means anything. So these interviews don't mean shit. Once again, John is a Democrat focusing on something that's not fucking important instead of focusing on the important shit.
I'm just wondering why it's worth yelling about.
Because it's
by
something
getting all
he just
heated
read.
and yelling.
It's
It's
something he
something
just saw right
Yeah.
on MSNBC on they took down my takedown on Jake Hudson, Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah,
They took it
that
down.
thing was amazing.
Yeah. I got it. The email I got said because what I said at the 40-second mark, and that's when I called him the F slur. So I got taken down for bullying.
Now, do you still have it? Like,
Yeah, I
is
still got it. Yeah.
All right, because I'd like the link for that, and I'd
Yeah.
like to download that because that's definitely got to go into a funniest video of the week for my show.
What's hilarious is the original's still up. Like I said it on this guy Matt's fucking stream. His stream is still up.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I can just get it off. I'll just download Matt's stream. Oh no, you already got it cut. I'll just
Yeah, I got the
get it from
the
you.
Juicy Pots cut. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That was one of my highlights. They took it down on me. It's not often you get to call a highly autistic guy the R word, and get away with it, I guess.
He's older than Biden was when Biden was in office, for his one term. And so, he's going through, if you want to say that Joe Biden slipped into senility, and I'm one of those who pushed hardest to find out about that.
No,
You
know,
did
Jake Tapper was
fucking
realized-
not.
dude. This was the part where I was screaming at my fucking laptop when I first saw
Same.
this. Yeah, dude, you were
Say
rewriting.
this mother. These. Oh, go ahead.
Go on, man. I was just gonna say you're rewriting fucking history, dude. Cryptid and I didn't have a show at the time when this happened. I don't think we did. No, we didn't. But this is when we were like talking a little bit behind the scenes and shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, these guys would, we were both, I think we were both watching live when it was announced that fucking Biden dropped out and, you know, Harris would take over. These guys were still trying to push that Biden was fine. Karem kept trying to push that Biden's mental faculties were fucking perfectly fine. And
Yeah, he just had
now
a stutter.
Yeah, now he's rewriting history
And
and
then,
that he was trying to find out. Bullshit.
yeah, Geno was saying that, yeah, he had a cold. And of course, John was agreeing with both of them. And literally, they were talking about how, you know, Biden is sharp as a tack and in perfect physical and mental health when he dropped out. I was doing the same thing, man. I was just like, who the fuck are you talking about? I wish I still had that video. I wish I had recorded that.
Yeah, I don't know if TSN has it like covered. Like, they probably don't. They didn't cover his political shit too often.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like even the weeks leading up to that, they were Karem, you know, and Ojeda and John were like, I remember me sending in fucking chats on like saying Biden needs to fucking drop out, and them getting mad at me and calling me fucking, you know, a Trump Todd and MAGA this and blah blah blah. Again, totally missing the boat. You know that everyone knows I'm not a righty, but because you criticized Biden or said, you know, this guy might be a little senile, maybe he should drop out. But now Karem's right in the opposite. Like, he was the one asking the questions and pushing to find out if
he was the point of the spear. They were literally like the week after Biden dropped out. Or was it during? No, I think it was no, it was before that. When, remember, basically online on X and stuff, I think they were A/B testing it. I think DNC was actually A/B testing what people think about Biden's performance and his senility.
Oh yeah.
Because online on X, all the usual scumbags were saying, "Oh, he's fine, everything's good," and then on the news, CNN and MSNBC and stuff, they were saying, "No, he needs to drop out." So I think they were A/B testing the reactions to it. It's what it looked like to me, because it's like all the mainstream media is saying he needs to drop out. All the independent or the media on X is saying he needs to stay in. It just looked really suspicious to me.
And if we're being honest, Brian,
But they were complaining, but they were yelling at the mainstream media saying that, no, he's fine. Why are you keep? They were mad. John was yelling. Well, he's always yelling, but he was yelling at these douchebags for trying to suggest that.
Yeah. So don't act like you wanted them to look more into it. You didn't. You thought they were doing harm and you were fucking mad about it. And the fact that you needed someone to look into it, that you couldn't tell with your own fucking eyes that this fucking guy didn't know where the fuck he was half the time.
Yeah, there was no
That's a
looking
joke.
into it. You just,
Right.
watch it. You just
Yeah.
watch him. You just go, I kind of feel bad for this guy. This feels like elder abuse. This feels like he should be at a home or with his family or something like that. He should not be president. This is.
I'm not just saying this because I was pushing for Bernie, but it was clear during that primary when Biden was elected that he wasn't all there. And he only got worse, obviously, during the 4 years, but he was having issues back then when he first got elected.
Sack of shit. You know, when did we wake up? When would you wake up? We were asking those questions. You
No, you
ignored them.
weren't.
It's not my fault. I
No,
asked the
you were
question.
not.
You just didn't want to hear the answer until you had a book out that you could.
Yes.
You could
Karem, show us when you asked the question. I'll wait.
Right
Show
now,
us. Yeah. I
was asking the question about 3 or 4 years ago. I was like, hey, this guy doesn't look great. And then, another year later, it's like, oh, this guy's not there.
Yeah.
This
I
guy needs-
remember the first primary the first debate when there was still 1 million people before Harris even dropped out. When they're doing their closing statements, he's reading shit off the teleprompter you're not supposed to fucking read. The fucking
He's reading the
doctor-
stage
yeah,
direction.
Yeah.
push. But if he slid into senility, Donald Trump took the cold water plunge. I mean, he's full into dementia. I believe in seeing him. I also believe that he's physically unhealthy. And I don't see that the Democrats have been very effective in communicating. They're still too busy eating their own. But the nice part about it is now we're watching.
So you can't play that card either if you're the Democrats, because you just had Biden. And when people were like, hey, this guy don't look good, looks like he's fucked up in the head and he looks like he's going to die, you did nothing about it. So he doesn't, whatever you think of Trump, he doesn't look worse than Biden looked. I mean, he's got the
And then
swollen
now it's
ankles
just
and the
basically,
bruises. Yeah.
well,
But-
yeah, he's got heart problems. I mean,
Right.
you probably know exactly what heart problems he has. It sounds
Yeah.
a little bit like what you got going on with Bad, but he's also nearly 80.
Yeah. So he doesn't look as bad as Biden did. So if they didn't take Biden out, if they didn't have Biden resign, how can you push? Plus, it looks weak trying to get Trump to resign or step down.
It
on
looks
such-
more it looks more like a know you sort of thing. I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah, and it looks
Sort of thing going on. It's like, oh, you kept saying that about Biden. Now we're going to keep saying that about Trump, and it's like, yeah, but it's not true.
Yeah, I wouldn't even touch that shit if I was them. You know what I mean?
No.
There's political shit they can use. Don't use that fucking stupid shit.
That's true too. There's a
totalitarian
lot of
side
other
the
more
Republican
important
Party
things to
begin
use
to eat its
other
own.
than.
So together, it's just a munchkin fest. And I have to confess, I still sit back and say we have two parties in this country. One has no heart, one has no head. And the people are getting screwed by both of them. Neither one of these parties represent the United States of America. Hell, you can't even get the majority of Americans to vote. They're 31%.
Oh, wait,
of,
Brian, this is the thing I disagree with you. I mean, I don't think the Democrats are. I don't think they all don't have a head. I think Adam Schiff is brilliant. I think Eric Swalwell is brilliant. I think Ted Lieu is brilliant. And I don't really agree with you saying that David Cicilline is brilliant. I don't think they're doing.
Well,
I don't think they're not doing a job.
Here's my question.
First off, none of them are brilliant, but I actually I could be wrong. I took it that the Democrats are the ones that didn't have a fucking heart. I get it. He's saying it's the Republicans, like saying they don't care about people. I don't think the Democrats care about people enough, and I don't think they have the heart to fight. Is like I would say they don't have a fucking heart either. You know what I mean? Or the guts, or whatever the fuck you want to say.
Well, this is an old saying. This has been around forever. Where it's like, yeah, what is it? When you're younger, you're mostly a Democrat because you have a heart, and then when you're older, you care more about money, so you become a conservative. I've heard this before.
Yeah, when you're younger,
this
you
sort
don't
of
have a
thing.
head, and when you're older, you don't have a heart, or some shit like that.
Something like that.
Nobody
I don't
likes
know.
Adam Schiff. Nobody I know likes fucking Adam Schiff. It's fucking except for John. Except for fucking John.
And what did it say, Swalwell? I believe it was Swalwell just this morning said that, or was it this morning or yesterday? Literally said that if any, the only way a Democrat is going to win president is if they promise to take a wrecking ball to the ballroom.
My God.
And I was just like,
Nobody cares.
first off, nobody cares. Yesterday.
No.
First of all, nobody cares. And secondly, like, why would you do that? Why would you suggest that?
Not to mention,
It's like you're sitting here saying this is the people's house, and they're doing like they're going to do a good job on it. They're not going to. They're not pulling up a fucking double wide and sticking it on the White House. It's going to be very nice.
It's so dumb because we've talked about this, man. They can't talk about the real issues. They can't talk about corporate corruption, so they got to talk about this bullshit. And the election isn't for 3 years. You think anyone's even going to be talking about the fucking ballroom? Like that's going to be a fucking topic in 3 years? No.
It's like, I mean, I could see that as a rando on X, but a senator?
It's sad, man. And it said the people, the stuttering Johns of the world, really hold, like I can, I don't call myself a liberal or lefty, whatever you want to call. I hate the Democrat Party, but the people like John are the citizens that really hold us back because they actually think that a bunch of these Democrats, top Democrats, are fucking are brilliant and doing brilliant shit when they're not. They're fucking gutless and corrupt, John. That's what they are. They're gutless and fucking corrupt, and they're doing us no fucking favors. So don't fight for them. You know what I mean? Fight, but I mean, John's a phony fucking lefty anyway. Total phony.
Yeah, yeah. And first of all, I would like to point out there's no such thing as an intelligent politician. I'm just going to go right there, because anybody who's intelligent and actually has something to provide for this world usually do that rather than being a politician.
Question.
As Adam
If there's no
Carolla
Dan
once told, oh man, we need to go over that. The Adam Carolla interview with Gavin Newsom. Did you ever listen to that?
No.
Oh man, it is so great. I should pull that. We should listen to it. But Adam Carolla, years ago when Newsom was still mayor of San Francisco, did an interview with Gavin Newsom, and and Adam's like going at Gavin saying, you did this, you did that, you did this, and then Gavin says, well, if you think you can fix it, why don't you run for office? And Adam Carolla says, I'm too smart to be a politician.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm not dumb enough to be a politician.
no, even me in the
I'm not doing
politics.
that.
I told you I briefly thought about running for something once, got in contact with people, then couldn't do it. But I'm glad I could. It's not something I want to do. I rather
Exactly.
be more of an activist type, or what we're doing, than actually have to.
Yeah,
deal
you
with
got
that
to be
bullshit.
kind of dumb and really full of yourself to
Yeah.
run for president or to
Can't
run
do it,
for
man.
office at all. Yeah.
Nope.
brilliant, how did someone as stupid as Donald Trump get elected? How bad is your political party that you can't find someone to beat Donald Trump? The Democrats have no one to blame for that but themselves. What they did with
Joe Biden did.
Joe Biden, yeah, that's right.
And
Joe
would have beat him again if we just let him fucking if we didn't take him off the fucking ballot.
Nope.
But
Well, who
3
did
minutes
that?
earlier.
voting.
Yeah. Maybe he would have done
Just-
better, John, but he wasn't gonna win because he's fucking senile and the country was in a shit place. You know.
But just a few minutes earlier is when, or not even a few minutes earlier, was Brian Karem saying that he was a senile old man and shouldn't have been in office
Yeah. John.
in the first place.
They're back. They're back. They finished rewriting history. They're back to the way it was before. Yeah.
Yeah.
George Clooney and all the other assholes who pressured Biden to step down. That's who did it.
Well,
See?
what party did they belong to?
What's that?
What party did George Clooney? What do they
They're
belong to?
not congressmen. You're blaming it on the Democrat.
No, I'm blaming the Democratic Party. They communicate horribly, and that's a fact. And you'll even get the Democrats to say that. They communicate horribly. They have no head for it. They have no head for the fight. And I have seen, if they did, Donald Trump wouldn't have got elected the first time. He damn sure wouldn't get elected the second time. The Democrats have a real big problem about understanding where this country is. They have no head for understanding where the majority of this country is. It's not far left. It's not as progressive as they are, and it's damn sure not as big a retrograde as far right as Donald Trump is. It's somewhere in the middle. But if you want to, and it's the art of half a loaf. If they would come out and say, what is it that you need, rather than telling us what it is that they want to give us, just a simple change of wording. The left and the right want pretty much the same thing when you come down to it. They're all pissed off at government. They're fucking pissed at government. And there's a reason why. And the fact is that because they're pissed at government, they see it in two different ways. And somewhere, when the far right is going, hey, it's woke people that's a problem, and it's the unemployed, and it's the immigrants, and it's because you don't want our religion. You're not allowing us. All of those are based on the fact that people feel they don't have a voice. The same thing with the far left.
Can I just say
When they're
something
going,
real
hey,
quick about this straw man that people on the right are super religious? We're not. I hate this whole thing where it's like, oh, you're a Trump supporter or you're on the right. Tell me what church you go to. It's like, I haven't been to a church in like 20 years.
We should have
In fact, I know a lot of people who voted for Trump who are not religious at all.
Yeah, we should have a straw man episode sometime, man. Because I've told you, there's things on the left where I'm like, that shit's not fucking true. And
Oh yeah, the whole you guys don't like families and stuff.
and all this
It's
stuff.
just
I think it'd be
what?
good. Like if you talked, if you told me, you know what I mean. We each represented the right and the left. Yeah, it's stuff. Like Karem's right how he started this, but he's wrong how when he got into it. Like, yeah, he is right that both left and right voters are fucking sick of government, and he is right
Yes.
that they do want a lot of the same, not all the same things, but they do want to, they may differ on abortion and on immigration and shit like that. But yeah, they want the average person wants fucking higher wages, lower taxes, more affordable utilities. And
Yeah,
food and all this
affordable
stuff,
gas,
Yeah.
utilities, health. affordable health care. Everybody wants that.
That's what we want. So I don't know what he's talking about when he's talking about like this far left, like saying that the Democrats are too far left. They're not, because they don't give people that shit either. I don't know. Like, are there?
Well, no, they talk about it.
Are there people in the party that may be too far left? Yeah, maybe. I actually think it's more like the fringe influencers are too far left. Like, and those are the people that, like I said, the blue hair people, or the fucking that trans woman that always goes to restaurants hoping she's gonna be misgendered so she can post it and complain. Like, the average person isn't like that. On the just like the average person on the right. I've had very reasonable conversations with my right-wing friends at fucking work and shit like that. They're not the fucking crazy maniac righties that get depicted. You know what I mean? So, I think we could. I don't know. I think there
social
could be
media
more of a solution, but yeah, social media kills it, and then people get too. Oh my god! Last night,
tribal.
Last night, Keanu was saying that she likes John because he's not too tribal.
I loved that. Oh man, I saw that. I watched it. I'm like, John is like one of the most tribal people in the Dabbleverse. It's why we watch him, to see who he's gonna fucking hate next, because they decided to go on somebody else's show.
Yeah, he's tribal about politics. He's tribal about his own personal relationships. He's tribal in the Dabbleverse. He's tribal, like you said, about everything. So yeah.
LGBTQ needs a voice. We need a voice. They're saying the same thing, and they don't. What needs to happen is there needs to be somebody to come out and go, folks, the problem isn't with the rich. The problem isn't with the poor. The problem isn't with the poor. The problem isn't with what party you're in. The problem is with the oligarchs, who it's like George Carlin said, we don't have rights in this country. We have owners. Yep. You have the president of the United States who came out and said he's proud he never paid taxes. Which one of us can get away with that? I have problems making sure. I mean, every year I got to file taxes. Donald Trump doesn't have to pay taxes.
So it kills me to have to defend Trump here. I don't remember Trump ever saying he's proud he never paid taxes. I remember him saying he does pay taxes.
He pays quite a bit in taxes.
I think he may have said, yeah, I'll take advantage and pay as little as possible or whatever, which everybody does. I hate Trump, but he's never said he doesn't pay taxes.
Yeah, he says he takes advantage. Yeah, he did say in the debate with Hillary, where he said he's didn't pay. He pays less taxes than his money would suggest, because he takes advantage of the stuff that's built into the tax system. And what he said is, that's because I pay less taxes because I'm smart. And he literally told. And I went, oh, I think even Chappelle said this one, has a joke about this. And he even said, if you want me to pay more taxes, then change the tax code. But you're not going to, because all your supporters also use those same
yes. And I actually
exceptions and extensions.
Obviously not a Trump guy, but that was a big moment, because he's telling the truth there. It's one of the times he's actually telling the truth, But yeah, so Karem, like I said, I ain't no Trump guy, but he's making this up. Trump never bragged about not paying any taxes. That I was fucking aware of. Yeah.
He did brag about paying less taxes.
Yeah, when he was God, I hate even defending him, but when he was confronted with it, he's like, yeah, that's the fucking rules, and I paid,
play by the rules.
Yeah.
And those are the rules he gave me.
The rich people get billion-dollar breaks in their taxes. Tax them. Well,
it's also funny. He said it's not the rich's fault. Then he blames oligarchs, and now he's saying tax. He's contradicting himself. This fucking idiot.
And then come after us. That would solve a lot of the problems. A lot of the problems that are seen in this country as left and right are actually a battle of those who have and those who have not.
And Brian.
No shit, Brian. That's what I fucking preach all the time. So why do you do a left and right thing on this show? That's what you do. He'll say this shit every so often, but then he hardly ever blames the Democrats for fucking anything.
No, he never goes against the left.
You can't take him seriously,
He'll criticize the left in general.
Yeah, he'll criticize the far left usually. You know what I mean? But
no, he just criticizes the left. His criticisms of the left and of the Democrats is that they don't have any will to fight and they don't have a good message, and that's it. He doesn't say something like, well, how about a message that's not I hate Trump? That'd be a good place to start.
And I'll even give him, he's right on those things.
Oh, I'm not saying he isn't.
Yeah, they don't have a will to fight, and they are fucking. I forget the other thing you said, but yeah, I agreed with the other thing. They suck in messaging. They're fucking terrible. We say that all the time. But
Yeah, I'm not saying that he isn't right. I'm just saying that that's as far as his criticisms go.
Right,
Like
right,
he'll
Yeah.
never do it. Like say to like when a Democrat senator or something says or does or something happens
he'll
like that,
talk
where
about-
he will never criticize that.
He'll talk about Trump's. He'll go in depth about Trump's corruption, like, with money and oligarchs and shit. But he won't do that with a Democrat.
No.
Even though both are fucking guilty of that shit. And don't get me wrong, man. I think Trump is. This is my opinion. Trump is worse with that shit than a lot of the Dems, but the Dems are still really fucking bad, and that's why they let him get away with it, because they're bad. They don't want him going after them with that shit.
Yeah, there's a reason why they can't pass a bill to make it so that senators and stuff, people in the federal government can't do stock trading.
Yeah, even though everybody thinks they should. I mean, everyone,
Exactly.
civilians, not everyone outside of the Congress.
Oh no, they'll all say they want that. All the Congress people will say
but it won't
that
happen.
that should be a thing, and then you're like, well, aren't you the people that make that happen?
Yeah,
And then they never do.
Donald Trump, I'm not going to take my salary while I'm president. Yet he's profited. Is the number over 600 million on this presidency so far?
What, that he's stolen?
No, but I'm saying, well, I mean, and yet all these fucking loons that follow this guy, they don't seem to understand that he's just grifting nonstop and profiting off of his presidency.
Yeah, they are arguing against their own self-interest. One of the biggest arguments I love to hear is, well, you've never created jobs. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to own. Well, neither do you, asshole. The problem is it doesn't matter where you are. It matters that you pay your fair share. The rest of us are having to do it. You don't get the more money you make, the more money you should pay. It's that simple. And there are plenty of millionaires and billionaires who have said that. But take a look at Donald Trump's, in his regime, he's got, 20 billionaires in it? They're run by billionaires. And it doesn't have to be a conspiracy where they all sit around in a room, although they do, and that's called a cabinet meeting these days. But the simple fact of the matter is, and they all, I love how they all bow and show fealty to Donald Trump in the cabinet meetings. They don't even do that in Russia or North Korea, but they do that here. That tells you where we are.
It is, I mean, but when are people going to wake up, right? Like when
it affects them personally.
Well, it has. I mean, the fucking prices haven't gone down; they've gone up.
Well, yes. Release the Epstein files.
Yeah, and
I don't know where John's thinking the prices have gone up. He's in Cape Coral, Florida, which is probably about a third the cost of living of where he was living in California. So I don't understand where he's thinking the prices have gone up. He literally moved to a place that is significantly cheaper.
He probably read it. Like where I live, they've been going up, but it's not. And I'm not going to fully blame Trump because they're going up under Biden too. It's just on the fucking. It's on the incline there.
Things have gone up a little bit.
Yeah, not that I'm letting Trump off the hook. I'm just saying it's not like things are. Everything is going up. It's been going up, but neither side. Like this is what kills me. I actually agree with a lot of what they actually just said there, but then John calls Trump supporters idiots, and it's like, well, you're not gonna get them to see the things you want them to see by fucking insulting them like that, John. You fucking dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. Like it's gonna take them a lot. I mean, they're probably not gonna come around anyway, but it's gonna take someone a lot longer to actually to admit they agree with you on something when you're calling them fucking dumb fucks. You dumb fuck. And then fucking Brian, fuck, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. I don't forget what Brian said.
Well, I just say there was a lot that I was going to say there, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's let this go.
Yeah,
let's get this. I'll be stopping it every 5 minutes or every minute to say something about Karem. I'll just let him go.
The cabinet meeting. I do agree. Yeah, it does look like a dictator thing the way they worship fucking Trump, and it is gross. It's this ass kissing thing.
I've never seen anything like that at one of the cabinet meetings.
They do like, yeah, I've seen them go all around the room and they're like, "Thank you so much, Mr. Trump. You're the best." They praise him.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that one time or something like that. It was probably at the beginning.
Yeah, it happened like the beginning last term. It happened the beginning of this term. It's happened a few times or whatever, but
it probably happens at every first cabinet meeting.
It's the general ass kissing that happens with Trump, so it's not just the meetings or whatever. So
Yeah, we've had this discussion before, so
yeah.
I'm just letting that one go.
Trump put the people in there that would do that, so it's not like that's news, Brian. You know, that's all.
I saw something that Donald Trump's son is going to profit from one of these drug things that are going on. He's trying to like somehow, I can't find the actual, I posted it earlier, but have you heard of it?
I believe
What?
kind of Pfizer, but one of the drug deals, one of the legal drug deals.
Yes, but how is that okay?
Well, there's a lot of things in this country that aren't okay. And
He
again,
doesn't
it's,
even know
both
what it
Democrats and
is.
Republicans.
Yeah.
Remember,
He didn't even say which son. I don't even know which son. He's got 3 sons, John. I'm guessing you don't mean Barron, but I don't
Probably
know if you
Don
mean
Jr. or
Don
something,
Jr.,
but he doesn't even
you know,
know what the whole
yeah.
deal was. He doesn't know what's going. He doesn't know anything about it. But how is that?
Yeah, he must have heard.
How is
like,
that okay, Brian? This thing that I have absolutely no idea about and can't tell you anything about it, and I don't even know if it's true. How is
Yeah.
that fair?
John, again, you're not going to see this, but find issues that actually bother you and bring those to the fucking table, not things you heard bad about Trump. Not just things you heard bad about Trump that you don't like, then you don't pay attention to the details. Some headline you saw. Find an actual fucking issue and then look to see who's fucking that up on all sides and complain about whoever's fucking that up, John. Not just
Wait,
looking for
hold
things to
on.
yell at Trump
Are
about.
we talking about stuttering John Melendez here?
Yeah, I know. It's not going to happen.
Looking something up? I mean, this is why I don't think he's definitely not taking the LSAT. He's already pretty much set that up to that.
Yeah,
he will not be doing that.
Exactly.
He took a couple of practice questions. Listen, I'm not dumb. I'm not the smartest man. I'm fairly intelligent and I get things. I looked at a couple of practice questions for the LSAT because I was like, I'm going to take this, and I bet I looked at it. I'm like, no, fuck that. I ain't got that. I ain't got that kind of time or patience to put forth the practice question just to show that I could do better than stuttering John.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it as a person who has, reasonable logic skills, reading comprehension, writing skills, grammar. Like I knew what it was asking. I was just looking at it, going, I'm not doing that.
he drinks way too much for that. He's not into it enough. He just wants to say he's a lawyer. He doesn't want to actually have to do the work. And being a lawyer is a lot of fucking work, obviously, especially if you're fucking 60.
Yeah, no, remember, it shouldn't be any harder than the Seabest, as he said. The Seabest, I guarantee your youngest could probably get a better score on the Seabest than John. It's not difficult.
What Pogo said, we have met the enemy and he is us. There are people today who are too ignorant to understand what the problem is. They get bored when they have to talk about it. They would much rather go and watch a fight on WWE. Don't worry, Donald Trump's going to bring that to the South Lawn in June for his birthday.
Baby.
You'll be satisfied at that point in time. So handle your nubbies and have at it.
Is that true or is that a joke?
No, that's true. On his birthday, he's going to have a WWE cage match on the South Lawn. He
Get
said
the
that.
fuck out of here.
In celebration of our 250th birthday, Idiocracy is now a documentary.
Oh my God. So let's see.
Who cares? Like, I actually never heard anything about this, so I don't know if it's
Neither
fucking
have I.
true or not. But again, nitpicking something that doesn't fucking matter. Trump has been linked to the WWE. I think he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. As like a
He's even participated in some of the
Right.
some fights.
He's taking a Stone Cold Stunner. I know that.
Yeah.
So it's not that weird. I mean, it's weird,
No.
but when you realize it's something he's friends with the McMahons and that,
He's been in and around WWE
Yeah.
for ever.
Yeah, it's not as weird. Like Jon Stewart has literally been involved in a WWE storyline because he's a big wrestling fan. It happens, man. I get it. He's president, but it's something he's into. It's not. I don't know. Like, if he had some other like athlete show up to do something, people wouldn't think anything about it. It's just because it's wrestling. That's why it's getting made fun
No,
of.
it's because it's Trump. It's
All right,
literally
both Trump and wrestling. So it's
well,
like,
no, it's literally Trump can't do anything right, and we can't. You can't give Trump props for anything. Everything he does is wrong. Remember that.
I don't even think it deserves props. I just think it's nothing. Like, it's kind of like Obama already. He's at the basketball court and he's from Chicago. If he had some like Chicago Bulls legend show up to do like an old timers game for his birthday or whatever, no one would think anything of it. You know,
No.
Again, it's Trump and wrestling, so it's anyway.
He used it as a car dealership. Now he's going to use it as a WWE event.
Well, yes.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, when are these people? I swear to God, Brian. Like, I went to the grocery store the other day, and for just
100% SJ, like this is the shit he should be complaining about, John on the left, but he's not. He's talking about Trump and wrestling and whatever the fuck else.
Because Trump's bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He doesn't pick an issue. He just finds a headline that makes Trump look bad, like one of Trump's sons making money off of pharma, and he knows none of the details, including which son,
How much
and what,
money, which
yeah,
son, what
none of it.
pharma, how
So,
exactly this is happening. Did he just
Yeah.
like buy a stake in it, or
Yeah,
like some dinners, like not a
Oh,
lot
by
of
the
stuff.
way.
$220 bucks.
sorry, hold on.
By the way.
$220, bro.
perfectly fine with shoving billions of dollars at pharma to make vaccines. Definitely against big pharma.
Yeah. I'm against Big Pharma. I don't think John is. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, he's all over it's too much Trump bad. That's all it is Trump bad. That's all
Yeah.
his show is Trump bad.
Right. I mean, the prices haven't gone down, you dumb fucks. It's gone up.
Well, I'm still waiting to find a place in the country where you can find $1.99 a gallon gas. The cheapest
just
I
paid
found it was in
$2.19 a
Mississippi
gallon.
recently when I was
That's
driving
pretty
through there,
close.
and it was $2.98. So it was, that was out in California. It's still around $5 a gallon. On the East Coast, it's around $4. In the Midwest, it's somewhere in the mid threes, sometimes or lower threes. But it's not $1.99 anywhere. Price of eggs hasn't gone down. When these things
It's gone way
affect you,
down.
you should understand. Donald Trump still wants to blame.
I'll say where I am, eggs have fluctuated. They've gone down, up, down. But yeah, the last time I bought eggs, they were actually not where they were before, but they were definitely lower. They've gone down.
The whole price of eggs thing is mostly from California, where they keep saying, "Oh, the price is still high. The price is still high," because they are still high in California. Because at the beginning of the year, remember I lived out there. The beginning of the year, I was living there at the time. They put in a new law that said that all eggs and egg products sold in California need to have the California certified cage-free inspection. So what happened is most of the month of January and February, you couldn't even buy eggs. There were no eggs. And then when you could buy eggs, they were going for $12, $15, $18 a dozen. And then they eventually started getting eggs. By the time I left, they were still around $8, $10 a dozen when I left. But that's, as I said, because they put on that new cage-free certification that's required to sell eggs in California, and that's why they keep using that as, see, prices are still up. Look at the gas in California, prices are still up. It's like, no, because it's all the taxes in California on the gas. There's tons of taxes on it. Most of it goes to the government. It's like, I know, I lived there, and I voted no on every single time they wanted to raise the tax on gases, but they always seem to pass. And then everybody says, "Oh, the gas is too high. The gas is too high." And it's like, yeah, well, you keep voting yes for all the stuff to add taxes to the gas.
Yeah, everything's too high, man. They should just like focus. Like I'm sure you know. I go to the grocery store. I'll drop $100 and I got nothing. I come back with like nothing. Like I have to go back
Yeah.
like 2 days later. It's like what the fuck? It's like yeah,
Groceries are still kind of high.
yeah.
They need to come down a little bit, especially beef. But I think there was like a beef shortage or cow shortage. I think what happened. Pork is actually pretty reasonably priced these days. That came down a lot. Pork and chicken came down like a lot.
And
But beef is still pretty high.
A lot of it is greedflation. They don't want to. They got permission to jack it up, so they don't want to lower it back down too much.
That
greedy.
too.
Yeah.
Joe Biden for the economy. It's his economy. It's now Trump's economy.
Yes.
And so the rich, if you notice, there's a real disconnect. And if you're in the stock market, you're fine. If you have money in the stock market, it's still doing okay, más o menos. But how many people are too poor to be in the stock market? How many people, how many homeless do we have? How many people at the lower end of the economic scale do we have? And you can't blame other people that are down there with you for it. It's the people who are making the jobs. And folks, I got news for you. Soon there won't be any jobs to be made. AI and robotics are going to take over the farm industry, right? You won't have pickers. Most of the farm industry in rural America already is robotic in nature.
Yeah.
It's automatic. And it's going to do more so. There won't be. They have AI actors now, AI bands, AI.
And Jim Ranger makes a good point there.
How soon will?
Sorry. You said the economy was great under Sleepy because the market was doing. Yeah, dude, the market is.
But now the economy is bad because the market is doing well.
Yeah, we've had these talks, man. They use either side. They use. You can always find something to say the economy's good, and you can always find something to say it's bad. I'm someone that's not. Yeah, the stock market is something. I don't want it to suck. I got a 401k and shit. But it's not the be all end all. It's because it's all, it's speculation, it's gambling, and it doesn't take into account cost of living versus wages, which is like really what makes the economy, which really is what the economy is. But yeah, neither side wants to, when they're in power and the stock market's good, they want to focus on that. When it's bad, they don't, so yeah, John's full of shit. Basically, but
you think so?
But they all do.
You finally come to this conclusion, huh?
No, I'm just saying, like they it's like anything else. It's the stock market is such a dabbleverse thing, where it's like, or I'm friends with Keanu. Oh, I fucking hate Keanu. I'm friends with KB. I hate KB. Oh, the stock market means something. Oh, it doesn't mean anything. It's one of those fucking type of things.
It be.
Big gay Jack, thanks for $2. You're not gay. My gaydar is pretty on point. I don't care.
Just work with me, people. I'm out there and I'm loving it. I love it. Go, big gay Ben.
I don't know. I don't know if this is.
See, at least Karem's
bad,
got a good instinct
Karem is
for
a
it.
man with Colombian Bam Bam. I know what that means. Do you?
I have no idea.
They don't.
Say?
Karem's the one with Colombian Bam Bam.
Oh,
they don't know what that
means.
means.
Bam Bam. I know what that means. Do you?
Listen, I haven't been doing cocaine for as long as John. I know what that means.
Yeah. I didn't watch enough. Ava, did you watch? Did you watch all 4 hours of John last night? I watched like an hour, and I can't take drunk John for too long. Like sometimes it's entertaining, sometimes it's just like, all right, because I saw a little TSN before I started fucking with my internet, and they were kind of implying that he was doing nose candy last night. He didn't look like he was nose candied off the part I watched, but I didn't know if he looked that way later on, so I don't know.
People writing riddles, so
I can't help the illiterate out there.
Nugert is using the National Guard against another state act of war.
Good question. Technically, if they're nationalized, no, but it's not done because it's seen as an intrusion, and you have National Guard in the state. So, for example, when there were riots in the voting riots and the Civil Rights Act in the South, the presidents then didn't bring in, because they knew it would be a pain, it could spark a war. They didn't bring in the National Guard from Chicago to Alabama or Mississippi. They nationalized the National Guard in those states and used them to enforce federal law. That's the way you do it.
Absolutely.
But Donald Trump knows, and the Republicans know, that the fact of the matter is that those in Illinois know that he's full of shit. There's, crime. If you look at uniform crime stats, crime is down, and it's down in Oakland, it's down in Portland, it's down in Memphis. And the racist thing that Donald Trump said about black people,
I think it might be. Was it this one or is it? There's another. I think it was a stream shortly after this. I kept. I sent a couple of super chats to John to say if he'd be all right with walking around at midnight in Garfield Park in Chicago. It's pretty much the deadliest, the highest crime rate in an area in like the country.
I don't know what that is.
No, he said, yeah, sure, he'll be fine. He'd gladly walk around at midnight and like, he didn't know what it was. Yeah, he didn't know anything about it.
Dude, I accidentally,
Memphis, black women.
I accidentally walked. There was a time I was the woman I was with before my wife. I lived with her for a little bit, and when I first moved in with her, I'm walking my dog, and I ended up in literally like a project area, like a housing project. And literally, as soon as I get there, like the fucking there's, some hoodies over by this dumpster, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here? You fucking lost?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm out of here." So,
yeah.
and I'm sure that's nowhere near as bad as Chicago. So,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I have a similar story. Is going to a show with some friends, and we got to it. Is at Pico and Crenshaw in L.A.
Oh
Where
boy.
the LA riots jumped
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Crenshaw.
I mean,
Yep.
they're literally. This is back in the '90s. They're literally people smoking crack on the streets, just sitting there smoking crack.
Correct.
Crack pipe and everything. And I'm looking around, and my other friends are like, I think that's where it's at. And I said, I don't give a shit where it's at. We're not staying here. We're three white boys. And I'm looking around going, nah, we're three white boys and we ain't strapped. We're getting out of here.
I had heard of this project where I was. I didn't realize that she lived so close to it. I had never been there, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm out, dude. You got me. I'm gone. Don't kill my little white dog, please. Don't kill my little Bichon."
But yeah, does anybody believe that Chicago doesn't have a lot of crime? I hate this fucking this sort of I would say dangerous kind of argument that try to say basically there's no crime in Chicago is what they're saying.
Yeah, multiple things can be true, which they don't seem to acknowledge. Where it can be down, but it can still be bad, and Trump can still be weaponizing the National Guard, but crime can still be bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like all these things can still be true, man. You don't have to make it look like Trump's trying to make it look like it's fucking Gaza, and these guys are trying to make it look like it's fucking Disneyland. Well, it's like, no, neither one's fucking true.
It's probably somewhere in the middle, and there's
Yeah.
also, as I've said before, there's a real good way to keep the National Guard from having to come in and clean up stuff, and that is, empower your police to do something the fuck about it.
Nah,
Anyway,
that's another topic for another day.
well, then they'd be getting low on all that drug money that they get off the dealers in those neighborhoods.
Corrupt fucking cops.
Happy that he brought in the National Guard, or is bringing in the National Guard, that they're happy they're dancing on their porches or some crap like that. That's the most racist. I mean, what the hell is wrong with that guy? And what the hell is wrong with anybody? Look, I'm not a partisan. I've never been a partisan. I will go after, I have disagreements on the left. I find that healthy. I understand that.
Never been a partisan.
I appreciate people who have differences of opinions with me.
Don't let him stop lying now. He's almost done.
He's on a roll.
Yeah.
Can be wrong. You can be wrong, and we can talk about them. But the problem with this administration is there can be no dissension. There can be no differences of opinion. And the fact of the matter is, why do we accept this? The voters in this country, you can disagree with one another, but we all have to be in the same boat supporting the Constitution.
But here's the other thing. I mean,
real quick, as one of the only people that would send in real comments and questions to John's political show, I saw what happened when you disagree with Brian Karem and you get made fun of and you get talked down to, even when you send in a real fucking question.
I sent in several real questions, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's a stupid question." And I'm like, "No, that's a real, actual question." Like, it was when during the Trump trial with the 34 felonies. We can get into that. Get into that in a totally later date, because we're already 2.5 hours in.
Yeah.
But I just asked the question. I had the indictment right in front of me, or the charges right in front of me, and nowhere on it does it say there's a felony, or what acts cause a felony, or what the felony is. And I just asked, I sent a question, Karem, where does it say on the indictment that he's guilty of a felony? And he goes, I have it right here, and it says it. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm looking right at it.
I just like,
but yeah, go ahead.
One of my times, I because I've sent in a bunch of questions that were, well, at least a handful that were fucking legit. And one time I was criticizing Biden for I forget, it was something with the economy, working class. And I got Karem and Ojeda telling me to shut the fuck up and try and start a union or shut my mouth or whatever. And I was so mad because I had tried to start. I work for a big company that doesn't have a union, and I fucking dipped my toes in that fucking water. And I was literally in the middle of doing that, taking a fucking chance, and like, I'm like, you don't fucking know me. Like, I just can't stand it. Like, trying to be legit. You know, not even I'm even a lefty, and they can't fucking take it. You know, Ava, I'm with you. That's part of the reason I got doxxed is because I wanted to get on with Karem and Ojeda like so bad. I mean, it's even less so John, just because no offense to offense or whatever, no offense. John's not really smart when it comes to this shit. But I used to be an Ojeda fan, and he's lost it. And Karem's just a smug fuck. So I would have loved to been on with those two to actually give just a different fucking side of things. Even just a different
That'll
side of
never
the
happen.
left. No, it'll never happen. But yeah, that's what got me in trouble in the first place.
Even with Ava sucking up to John as much as she is, I doubt John will have her.
No, I mean, she
on
obviously
with-
has a way better shot than any of us, but it's.
I
don't
still
think it's gonna
don't. I
happen
still
here.
doubt
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and that political show's kind of falling apart anyway. It's
Well,
it's just
yeah.
Karem now. Ojeda's obviously done with it, and they haven't had one in like fucking 3 weeks. So
You know, Jed is
First of
off
all-
doing his own thing still. Well, is he still running? I don't know. After that
yeah,
bit
last I
about
knew, but I haven't looked,
after that
so-
article came out, yeah.
yeah, he might be done.
I don't know about you. When you say that Democrats aren't out there fighting the good fight, I think Gavin Newsom is doing a hell of a job. I don't know. You know what
He's a great troll artist. I don't know who he's got on his staff doing it. Maybe he hired a
now we just said that he won a Nobel Peace Prize.
So Gavin Newsom's
But I
doing
do
a
love
great
the trolling.
job in the
The
state
Democrats-
that he fucking ran away from. Then why is he living in Florida if Gavin Newsom's doing such a great job?
It's obvious because like Karem actually isn't wrong here for once. The one decent thing that he's good that he gets notoriety for is trolling Trump. So that's important to John. Not actually doing things that actually help working class citizens.
I guess that's a good point.
But trolling Trump on Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah, the
is-
Newsom account has had a couple of good memes.
Yeah, and that's what's sad. That's what's important to John. And that does sucker people in. Like that suckered my wife in briefly, and she's smart with this stuff. You know, she's you're not gonna agree with her, but she's more of like a working class Bernie type like me. But she started getting suckered in with Newsom because he was like one of the only ones actually fighting back against Trump. I'm like, he's a piece of shit. You ain't gonna like the shit he's voted for and done in his own state and all this stuff. And she finally realized that, thankfully. But John, this is what's important to John, not actually passing legislation that fucking, helps the fucking working class. It's making it's his tribalism and making Trump look like an idiot. That's what's important to John. For some reason.
need to do more than that. They need to get out. Look, right now, the election, of course, is based on 2026. And Donald Trump is putting military in the streets, particularly in blue states and blue cities, to frighten the electorate because he knows that if you keep people away from the polls, that's the best way for the Republicans to win.
Yes.
Because it has smaller numbers registered Republicans in this country than Democrats. So it makes what he's doing makes tactical sense. Doesn't make any sense based on the Constitution, but tactically, if you don't give a shit about the Constitution, what he's doing is sound policy. But what Democrats need to do is to understand, react, and mobilize their people instead of fighting with each other all the time. I mean, Kamala Harris comes out and badmouths Biden and the rest of the DNC, and now the Democrats are divided over whether Kamala Harris was a good candidate or not, and she's all that's crap. It's
Who's
all
divided
bullshit to
on
sell
that?
books. And I'm sorry.
Oh wait, people like John are probably divided.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing. You know what I mean? Because it's not on my fucking radar. Like, who gives a fuck?
No, dude, Kamala's pretty much fucking just gone off into the sunset.
Yeah, it's. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, that would be amazing, Ava. But if John can't remember why he doesn't like me, so I'm never getting on. He can't remember why he doxed me. He's got all different reasons, but he puts all different ones up. Shit, I was gonna put NJ Ranger up. John, your response other than Newsom bit was surprisingly honest. And if you think that's cold, I got a bridge to sell you, and I'm a Bernie guy. I remember when John that was one of the only funny parts about John doxing me, is I remember one of the first things he said, he goes, and he's a Bernie bro. And it's like, no shit, dude. I told you that. Every time you called me a Trumper, I kept telling you I wasn't. You didn't fucking listen.
But Kamala Harris was not a perfect candidate. I don't care if you supported her.
She's a fucking terrible candidate. terrible, not even close to perfect. Literally one of the worst you could have picked.
Yeah, not even close to not being perfect.
Yeah. Like the last election before that, she was the first. There's a million Dems running. She was the first one to drop out with 0 fucking delegates, and that's who they go with because of the money. You know?
Or not.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, a perfect candidacy is one that ends up in an election. Now, getting elected. Now, you can run less than a perfect campaign and get elected. Donald Trump did that. But don't tell me that Kamala Harris ran a perfect campaign, because she did not get elected.
One thing I will always give Trump is he ran a way better, especially against Hillary. I got sick of them talking about Hillary getting more votes, total votes. It's like, yeah, the electoral process, to me, I don't like it, but that's what we have. So that's what you're supposed to fight for. Trump realized that, and he tried to win the electoral vote, right? And he did. He went to the places where it was close, like Michigan, where he needed to win, and Hillary didn't. So don't say Trump didn't run a good. I know that was the 2016, but the one thing I'll always give Trump is he did run good campaigns. He had really good messaging that first time in 2016. I don't think it was as good the second time around, but he was going against Harris. Country was in a shit place, and he went against a candidate nobody liked, so he didn't have to run a perfect campaign.
Yeah. I was going to say the second time around, he didn't really need to run much of. He just need to get out there and get the people motivated. He didn't really matter what he said or did.
But that first time, he needed a good campaign, and he did. I'll always give him that. I don't like him, but he ran a good campaign.
Well, she didn't have much time either. I mean, let's face it.
Well, the fact of the matter is she didn't have much time, and I'm not sure she would have been the candidate had they had
I forgot all about the cats.
if they
so
had
much
primaries
shit.
and caucuses. The
Forget about
fact of the
stuff.
matter is, Biden made her the candidate, endorsed her as a candidate, because it was the only way to keep all the money that had already been given, because she was already a part of the ticket.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't do what they did.
I would have liked to seen Gavin Newsom this last time.
Oh my God!
I think he's great.
Gavin
I think he's going to win in 2028.
He's not.
What do you think of those apples?
I will wait and see what happens in 2026.
I know. Well, if we don't take the House
Newsom will
back
get
in
stomped.
2026, it's
I don't think he's going to
anybody.
be the nominee. If he is, holy shit!
No.
Jesus Christ!
No.
But yeah, I don't think so.
over. I mean, it's already.
Actually, I kind of hope he does become the
I'm sure
Democrat
you do.
candidate.
Just like the Clintons hoped it was Trump.
Yeah,
That-
because
but
he's
that
just going to
backfired.
get absolutely stomped by any Republican.
Yeah. They have to at least learn a lesson. I know they're never gonna pick somebody that I like, but they need to go with like shit. Who's the dude out of fucking Kentucky? Zephyr? I forget. But they need to go with like their best chance is someone that's like a Democrat, a popular Democrat governor in a red state. There's like one of those. Fucking go with that guy if you want a chance. Not someone seen as like super liberal in California when he's actually not. He's just a fucking used car salesman. Fucking.
Oh yeah,
Newsom.
100%.
Yeah.
Used train salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, look, right now, as we speak, Mike Johnson still hasn't
For
sworn
sure.
in
I was right. Thank you, Ranger.
the Democratic congresswoman from Arizona, right?
Right.
I mean, what the fuck? 2 weeks now. He has
Why? You know why?
swear her in.
Jeff Epstein.
Oh,
That's
that's
the-
right. Because then they have to release
Yeah.
the unredacted files. They are fucking doing everything they can to distract and diffuse this Jeff Epstein shit. This is 1,000 times worse than Watergate.
Well, according to Senator Hawley, what happened to Jack Smith is, worse than Watergate. Here's a fact for you. Donald Trump doesn't want to talk about Jeff Epstein, and there are members of the Republican Party that do. Massey from Kentucky is still going after the Jeff Epstein file. Here's another thing Donald Trump doesn't want to talk about. He doesn't want to talk about Mar-a-Lago. Now, he already beat that rap, right? That search of Mar-a-Lago. But he claimed, now to recap briefly, Donald Trump claimed that he had a lawyer sign out saying he'd given all the material. Then he said he didn't have any material. Then when the FBI was there, he said the FBI planted the material. And then he said, oh yeah, I do have the material, but I did the Vulcan mind meld and it's now declassified material. So when he came back into office in January, he did declassify it and got it back from National Archives. He got the material.
And I will
back.
say
At that point
about
in
the
time,
classification system. I've said this before. There's an EO that Obama made during a certain time when some certain email server was being questioned, where he restructured the classification where the the classification owner can just basically say something is unclassified. Like they could just basically say something's declassified. And the highest classification owner is the president of the United States. They literally can just walk into the records, pull out a folder and say, this is declassified, and then go. They literally have that kind of power.
Yeah, this is almost like Geno and the vaccine to me. Like
Yeah.
something that I was important years ago, and it's not really that important to me anymore.
Exactly.
It's to me what Trump did with those. I need to know like what documents he had and what he did with them. And I do think he does shady shit with foreign people for
Well, here's
profit.
the
But go on, man.
the problem with classified documents, especially stuff
Delta.
like State Department stuff, and especially anything that has to do with foreign diplomacy, foreign diplomats, is all automatically classified, right? So, like, let's say you want, the Queen of England's bangers and mash recipe, right? Like, say Trump says, "Hey, send me," or the King of England, I guess now, what's like his mom's, bangers and mash recipe. That'd be classified. Like, everything's classified. It's like good morning to a foreign dignitary is classified. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what a lot of that stuff is. It's just, he wanted mementos of, communications with different, probably foreign agencies, and all that stuff is immediately classified.
Yeah, I'm sure
automatically.
that's part of it. And honestly, this if I'm right about some of the foreign corruption, those documents probably aren't even there anymore. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
probably in the hands of the you know what I mean. So, in my opinion, YouTube terms of service.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what was
Yeah.
In these classified documents. I'm just saying that there's so much shit that's just automatically classified in the U.S. government that
And
every president,
let's not
every
forget,
single
they
president,
made it look so bad when turns out Biden had a shitload of them in his fucking garage between his fucking sports cars and shit when he wasn't even.
anybody
fucking
who
president.
leaves the
Yeah.
government and takes some documents with them are probably going to have some classified documents with them because
Public
so much shit is just automatically classified.
record. So I filed a FOIA request. He wouldn't answer it. I sued
Oh, I
him.
love this.
Yeah.
So now Donald
forgot
Trump
about this.
and I asked for expedited service to release that information because I think it's going to be as damning. There are all kinds of
Wow.
things that were in there. So I asked for him to expedite the case. He's so afraid of this case going to court and him losing. He wants me to put up a $50,000 bond just to have the chance to have that case heard soon. And that doesn't even mean that it will be heard soon, but he wants me to put up $50K in a bond that I would sacrifice if the judge decided not to expedite the case. And to give you an idea, expedited case just means 2 to 4 years. Otherwise, how long did it take to release the Amelia Earhart stuff? 80 years? That's what happens when you don't have an expedited case.
It's fucking
So
unbelievable.
what I love about this is I
obstruction of
actually
justice.
looked up the process for expediting a FOIA request, and it has to go through an approval process because you can't just. Let me put it this way: I don't want to wait for it. It isn't a reason for approval for expediting a FOIA request, which is what Brian has. But apparently, Trump is just as after Brian. But no, this is the process: is you get to ask for expedited first. You get. I imagine everybody just automatically asked for it to be expedited, and then
Yeah.
if it isn't, like, there's very specific criteria that they look for expediting a FOIA request, and as I said, I got them, but it doesn't matter because I don't want to wait for it is not one of the criteria, which is what Brian is saying. And then after that, you get an appeal, and if that fails the appeal, then you can take it to a court and have a judiciary oversight on it. And that's where Brian's at. So this is like called the process. Trump is not persecuting Minister Brian Karem, the extremely popular and well-known columnist from salon.com.
Yeah, to me, Brian's trying to make this about himself and shit. Like I'm gonna sound like an idiot. I missed the beginning. Was this about Epstein that he's trying to? Was it Epstein shit?
No, it's about
No.
the Mar-a-Lago confidential
the
files.
confidential
He
files.
wants
Right.
to get the confidential files that, or the classified files that Trump declassified, since Now you can get them as a FOIA request, and which he can do. He's not being denied a FOIA request. He has to request a judge to look at his claim that he doesn't want to wait for it as being adequate enough to expedite the FOIA request. Not being denied the FOIA request.
Yeah, it's amazing the shit that he again goes after. As I said, to me this is, I'll reiterate, it's Geno and the vaccine all over again. He should have, and I get it. He's got to wait for Trump to get in the office to do this shit. But it's like, dude, we've moved on from this at this point. You know what I mean? What are you gonna write some story in 4 or 5 years? Like, you literally might write a story after Trump has passed away. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you may get this shit. And
I guarantee there's not going to be anything interesting in those classified documents.
It's not.
Thank you, Ava.
At this point. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate that. It's a little rough at one point, but wasn't our fault.
Yeah, check out the Rogue Diva.
A lot of things are our fault, but not that one. Yeah, you missed. So we actually never got to finish Jubilee because
we got dinged.
Yeah, we got taken down. Jubilee. Well, not. I'm sure it's the algorithm, but we got taken down about halfway through the going through Geno on Jubilee. So unfortunately, we didn't even get to finish that. So we moved on to the Stuttering John package, which we were almost done with. But yeah,
but if you want
I'll try and figure out some kind of way where we can cover the Geno thing somehow, getting around Jubilee. I don't know.
But I highly suggest watching it. Go to Mumbling Nick's X channel, and he's got a link to it there. You can watch it there. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. This kid is not ready for Geno.
Yeah, he doesn't know who Geno is, so he's not ready for all the Genoisms. And I still think my favorite part is, once again, they were supposed to be talking about whether or not MAGA people are patriotic, and Geno goes right in with the vaccine and
straight to January 6th.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Yes.
That's the story of this whole administration.
Absolutely.
So when did you file this lawsuit?
Filed it in March, I believe it was, and we got a
it's not a lawsuit.
We got an answer back last week.
Judicial review.
John thinks everything's a lawsuit, man.
Okay, good point.
They want me to post a $50,000 bond, and then that's got to be heard before the judge sometime next month.
Where has Ivanka Trump been? I haven't heard
shit. I know. I can't even right now because of the.
She's not in the government, dude.
What? Why does it matter where Ivanka has been?
You know why? She's the.
Oh yeah, because he's all about attacking people's wives.
Yeah. Did you fuck her? Yeah. It's
you guys fucking.
I'm no fan of Ivanka either, man. But I actually don't want her around. She's not in the government. You know what I mean? She shouldn't be meddling in it if she's not in the government.
Well, she's got first lady stuff. First ladies are sort of in the government.
No, that's his. Oh, whoa! You calling incest? That's his daughter.
Well, no, he is.
She did get the first lady office, I believe, the first time around, which was
yeah. They did like the decorating of the White House and all that sort of stuff, and they usually have a pet project or two.
Yeah, Ivanka can stay out of it. I'm good.
Yeah.
Government shutdown. If you don't have a hard pass, and I do, I have a hard pass. But if you don't have a hard pass, it's hard to you can't get into the White House. So the problems right now and finding out what's going on in the Trump administration, you have very little access to Donnie, his family, or friends.
It's fucking amazing, Brian. I can't believe that this is America right now. I mean, you were just overseas. I mean, I can't imagine the country. They must be laughing at fucking Donald Trump. He's such an idiot.
Laugh or cry. We'll be here all week. Try the veal.
No, seriously. When you were overseas, I mean,
yes.
What were their opinions of this administration?
We suck. I mean,
I'm just gonna be honest here. I don't give a fuck.
When he made the comments that he made before the United Nations, I got texted from someone who was listening to it in real time in the room and said, "Does he realize how stupid he sounds?" No,
he didn't.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't realize how stupid he sounds. Donald Trump is incapable.
Karem likes to say that he has these deep embedded contacts. He does not. And we know that because the same stream that they were doing when Biden dropped out, and they were talking about, how Biden's sharp as a tack or whatever. And people are in the chat were saying Biden dropped out while they're saying that. And it was a half hour later, Brian Karem looks down at his phone and says, "Oh, one of my contacts just got me." It's like, okay, finally somebody got to him and says, "Oh, Joe Biden's in the hospital." Like, okay, this guy has no contacts. He's got
he doesn't know what's going on. I will say I have actually I had a conversation once with Eckel about this shit, like asking like you know what people in his country think or the coverage or whatever. And yeah, he did say that I forget how he worded it, but yeah, for the most part that like Trump's kind of like a joke or whatever. But he said that's how it's fed to them, you know, through the media and everything. So I am no Trump fan, but I'm saying if Trump isn't getting along with a certain political leader, I'm guessing he's probably
That's certain.
spun negatively in that country. Just like if he gets along with a leader, it's probably spun positively. You know.
That's actually quite a good point.
Yeah.
But also, don't
understanding
give
how
a shit.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. Like if there was a president I liked and I thought they were doing a good job, I wouldn't really give a fuck if some other country didn't like it. You know.
Exactly.
He sounds.
It really is amazing. So where are you right now? Are you in California?
Yes, I'm headed back to the East Coast this week. God forbid the creeks don't rise. You know, good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. Based on the shutdown, I don't know how many. And by the way, Donald Trump saying that some of the people furloughed won't get back pay. So that's not encouraging a lot of the air traffic controllers to show up.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. So yeah, how long is this fucking now? He's blaming the Dems on the shutdown. How the fuck in the world could it be the Democrats' fault?
The Republicans, because they say they won't give
Because
a
they're
vote
not
unless they
voting
vote
yes.
for free health care for illegal aliens, which is just bullshit. The bottom line is
No, I did
Donald
look
Trump
into that. That's
owns
bullshit.
the White House, he owns Congress, and he owns the Supreme Court. This is on him. He's not a victim. As much as he would like to paint himself as a victim, John, he's not a victim. He's
No, the truth.
the
The truth on the
mastermind
shutdown
behind
is I actually looked really into it. I even looked through the continuing resolutions. There's two continuing resolutions. There's the Republican one and the Democrat one. The Republican one is just basically, we want to continue funding until November till we can work out a budget at the same levels. The Democrat one wants to add a whole bunch of stuff because some of the stuff in the ACA is expiring. So they want to add in a whole bunch of stuff to the continuing resolution. So because the continuing resolution is just saying, we're just going to continue funding at the current level so we can keep the lights on. But the Dems actually want to add a bunch of shit onto it. And that's where the separation is like, no, the Republican one is literally just, let's just keep funding at current levels so we can keep the lights on. And then the Dems want to add a bunch of stuff, and that's where the disconnect is.
But if it's expiring in the ACA, that means people are going to lose their insurance if they don't.
Well, these were put in for COVID. It's the COVID relief stuff that's expiring for the ACA.
Yeah, I got to be honest on it. I haven't. It's not something I've dove too far into.
And that's just for people who buy insurance off the marketplace.
Yeah.
So like you, it's not going to hurt. You and I, we have insurance through our company.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything.
God, the other day we could finally sign up. I didn't go in yet. I'm going to go in tomorrow to see how much it went up. I'll see. Like on my company, like because we already got the warning email that it went up. It goes up every year anyway. Like except there was 1 year it didn't go up, but they switch companies. They switch from fucking Blue Cross Blue Shields to fucking United, which sucked. But yeah, I don't know. I know what you're saying. Mine's gonna go up because it always goes up, and the market's going up. It's just going up. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. What I'm saying is the people who bought their insurance off the marketplaces, off the government marketplaces, those are the ones that are going to get hit the hardest because they're heavily subsidized after COVID, and then those are expiring, and the Democrats are trying to keep those from expiring. So basically, they're using this as leverage rather than going through the regular process of making this sort of thing happen, like removing the expirations or extending it or whatever. They're just trying to use the government shutdowns. It's like literally all they gotta do is vote yes, and then the government opens up. That's
Delta.
it.
No, this was a few weeks ago. I think like 3 weeks ago at this point.
It's in the title.
If you cover it when it first came out, but we had other shit to cover, and it seems like every week we ran out of time. But we were doing Geno shit today, and we were gonna switch to this hopefully anyway. But we got taken down halfway through the Geno coverage because we were playing Jubilee, I guess. So we switched to this. But this was his last political show he's done, but it was not today. It was multiple weeks ago. Yeah.
It's in the title.
Oh yeah. Okay. It was August. October. Whatever it was. October. I lost it. Whatever. It was like 3 weeks ago, I think.
It's 10/8/2025.
Okay. Yeah. So almost 3 weeks ago. 2.5. Yeah. John actually usually does not drink during his political show, especially
Well, he doesn't.
he definitely doesn't drink when he has Karem or Ojeda on. I don't know if he's ever done a political show by himself. So I don't think he ever really drinks during his political show. He doesn't want his political buddies to think he's as much of a, even though he's partied with Karem and shit. I think he wants them to think he's more of a social drinker, which he's not, obviously. I shouldn't be laughing at it, but he's
Well, he is a
definitely,
social drinker and an unsocial drinker.
yeah, all of it.
And he also drinks at weddings, and he doesn't. And he also drinks when
he-
it's just a Tuesday.
Playing victimhood.
Oh my God! Last night, he's
everyone
like,
in the United
"Ah,
States
shut up, Karem." He's like, I only had 10-ounce beers. You had to keep going back. I hardly drank. I'm like, dude, you're already slurring. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I like how he's like, oh, all they had were like pilsners and
Yeah.
stouts, and I don't like those. Like, oh, all they had was good beer.
I think he's really paranoid about someone calling in on him drunk driving or whatever. So I think he's always pretending he's not drinking as much as he is, especially when he might be driving someplace.
I know. It's like, dude, we can see you, you know.
Yeah, you fucking. I want to know. Actually, I'll just finish this, then I'll ask.
Agree with the
That's
Democrat.
scary, Brian. How do you call Donald Trump a mastermind of anything?
Well, good question. He's delusional.
I mean, he's just it's all about the grift with him. I mean, there hasn't been a business that he's ran that hasn't failed.
He
Come on.
was, yeah.
How do you?
Been over
I
300
still
businesses
can't
he's
get over
ran
the
that
fact
didn't fail.
He bankrupted a casino.
I know.
Every casino
a
in
few
that
of-
area got
Yeah,
bankrupt.
4 of them. The whole idea of a casino is you walk in, you hand them your money, you look at some bright lights and cards, and then you walk out. How do you bankrupt a casino? I mean, God damn, it's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy. Brian, thanks for coming on. Is there anything that you'd like to plug?
Yeah, fuck that. All right, no plugs for you, Karem.
You can see Karem at very reputable and huge and whatever salon.com,
Yeah, good old.
where he writes a
Salon.
weekly article at salon.com.
So for those of you that didn't see, I was shortly before, about an hour or so, hour and a half before we went live, TSN went live, and for the third night in a row, they got not really.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Not like
Keep
struck,
going.
but they got hit for adult content.
Yeah.
And which means they couldn't accept super chats anymore. They can still get super tips, obviously, and gifted memberships, but the super chats get shut off when it's considered like 18 plus adult content and it's live. So when they got hit yesterday for the second time, like Frog went through like the timestamp or whatever, and it was when they were playing a Morse verse, the phony Morse verse intro. So they thought it was something to do with Mike, like I think maybe he takes his shirt off during part of it, something like that, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know if you checked the timestamp for the first one. He probably did afterwards, but today he looked and they got struck like less than 1 second in. They got hit with it, so it's obviously not the Morse first shit. So somebody has to be. I would think somebody has to be manually like hitting them, like it's not some algorithm if it's like a different pod every time. And they got hit today like whatever it was 1/10 of a second in. No, I don't think my friend Ava is striking TSN. That's not her style. That's not where I was going with this. But I was like, I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's like a couple names come to mind. Like, is it like Vince, fucking around? Or is it like one of John's guys? Or is it just like a fucking troll that doesn't like TSN or whatever? I wonder who it is. It's fucking weird. Because I don't know if you get in trouble for that or not. Can you even report that 18 plus? Like I know you can report like bullying, you can report copyright. I don't know. I've never struck anybody, and I would never like. even when John doxed me, which was against regulations, I didn't even strike his ass, even though not everybody, but a bunch of people told me I should have. So I'm trying to figure out if you can strike, or not strike, or report a channel for you think is 18 plus or whatever, and if you get in trouble for false reporting that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. No, Ava, I said
No,
you didn't
Abba, they
strike
did not
anyone.
blame you.
Yeah, no, they did not blame you at all. Actually, it was
Latanya Vegas did.
yeah, I think even like Frog was first thing was one of John's guys, probably thinking like a Vegas beer sales Jerry or a Dicka type, and even Shuley was like, we don't know if it's anyone on John's thing, but
Yeah, because you think it'd take more than just like one person saying, "Oh, this is inappropriate for children."
yeah, you would think, yeah, Ava. So like I said, I didn't see the first. I'm not just saying this. I don't watch them much anymore, so I didn't see 3 nights ago when it happened the first time. I happened to be watching last night when it happened the second time, and Frog went through the email and the timestamp, and he thought it was when they were playing Morse first, and like I said, there's a part in there where Mike
Yeah, he
doesn't
takes off
have a
his shirt. And he's got
so
tape on his nipples.
so they thought it was okay. Maybe they thought they had a nude female or whatever the fuck it was on there. So they just weren't going to play the Morse verse shit tonight. But they got struck fairly early because I only listened to like the first, I forget how long, but so when Frog looked at the email, he's like, it says we got hit like 1/10 of a second in, meaning like as soon as it started, somebody reported it, like literally during the intro. So yeah, but no, you're when I watched, they didn't even bring your name up. It was Frog brought up John, and I don't even think he thought it was John. I think he meant like one of John's people. And Shuley was like, we don't even know if it's them, but that's their MO. So
It's like, who knows?
right, like I was like literally, I'm not lying. Like the first thing that came down, I shouldn't even say this because I don't want no trouble. Is this God? This sounds like something Vince would think is funny. You know what I mean? Like then their channel's not getting taken down, but he's fucking with their income. You know what I mean? Fucking with their super chats or whatever.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It could be John's people. Obviously not John. He doesn't have the ability to do that. He couldn't even turn off the playback. It took him 2 days and hours on the phone.
Yeah.
With
I
Vince
don't think
to learn how to flip the switch that says disable playback. But it could be some of his people. It could. I would say Vince is probably pretty high on the.
he was the
Pretty
he
high
was
on
the
the
first
list.
one I thought of. Whoever some of those high profile trolls are, like MJ and shit like that. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, that whatever they said, like 1/10 or one was a 1/100, whatever the fuck it was a second. Like
It was like with less than a second.
Yeah.
Where basically there's nothing.
meaning they were like ready with their finger on the trigger for the show to start. You know what I mean? To fucking boom, do it. So very weird, very fucking weird. Can you imagine if if it's self-imposed for like that's the shit that Chad does. Like not that he's been allegedly does, where Chad will like act like his channel's taken down or his super chats are taken down.
Well, I guess there's something to say for forcing more people to use the super tips.
Yeah, I didn't even think
so
of
they
that,
get more
'cause
money.
I didn't stick around to see but obviously they pushed the super tips after that. And Shirley was saying they had a bunch coming in, and finally they're like, all right, well, we got to get to them. Thank you guys so much. Like, that shit does work. I've seen them do that with the gifted memberships. You know what I mean? Act like when someone will put that they're fake, and they'll be like, oh yeah, they're fake. Show them, guys. And then people, the Richies will start giving. But but I don't know. I still don't think that's what they're doing. But yeah, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, it is weird. It is weird.
Well, I mean, I would say like if that's, I would say that. Well, I don't think that they would do something like that. It's still not entirely outside of the realm of possibility.
Yep.
That they're not being struck and they're just and Frog's just turning off super chats.
Oh, that could be it too. I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
I don't think they would do something like that.
But yeah. Well, the plot thickens.
But that's a theory too. But as I said, I don't think they'd do something like that. I think it's just somebody got some people together and they're striking them. They're putting in inappropriate, striking them as
Yeah.
being inappropriate for children. Yeah.
And what's
I just don't understand why that turns off your super chats. Well, you can only as long as you can stream to people 18 and younger, they can pay you. It doesn't make sense.
that is very weird. I mean, I actually thought Shuli made a great point with that. Like, under 18 shouldn't be given money anyway. I don't know. It's very like it should be adults. So why does it matter if you consider something 18 plus? And
It
there's
just
nothing
limits the scope. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't interfere with people still super tipping. That's
No, it even makes more sense that it should be on for 18 plus because those are the people that can legally give money. You know, it makes no sense. Yeah. I shouldn't say
Yeah.
the word strike. It's
flagged.
flagged, which I always thought was like a natural thing, like the algorithm. But if it's getting like we got flagged for playing
Jubilee.
and so they took us down for a little bit. But that was the algorithm. But yeah, I don't know how something can get flagged 1/10 of a second in. So, yeah, that is I don't know, very weird. Yeah, and I actually have no idea where any of the complaint or strike stuff is because I've never even done it. Never would. But anyway,
Yeah,
we're
I have no
over
idea
already.
how it works at all.
Yeah, no clue. Like I said,
Maybe I should start striking John so I can figure out how this thing works.
I was gonna say the one time I could have had the right to do it, I still didn't even do it. You know, when last year I could have taken a shot at it, but I didn't bother.
But as I said, I don't think it's just like one per. It can't be one per. Do you know how many shows would get taken down constantly if just one person can say if it's inappropriate?
True. Very weird. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Kahuna, how we doing, man? Yeah,
Yes, it's Plantier.
I didn't even know that was a thing. The
No, I've known
18
it's a
plus show.
thing. It's
Yeah.
Plantier. They don't like they don't like TSN there.
Oh, okay.
They don't like the Shulies, especially the Shuli.
Interesting. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We're getting a little over the 3-hour mark here. Thank you for those of you that stuck around during the shutdown and came back or showed up at all. Sorry for the Jubilee takedown there. As I said, I'll try and figure out maybe if Doom or somebody clips the Geno part, maybe we can go over it again next week, and then go on to something else. But other than that, obviously I can't play straight from Jubilee or I get hit. Mr. Liquid Cryptid, thank you for joining me. Do your plug, sir.
I can just go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell over on my channel at Liquid Cryptid. Sometimes I go live. I was able to do 2 scheduled ones in a row, and then got busy this Wednesday and a couple other days. Next week I should be pretty light, so I'm going to try to get a better sort of time that I want to go on. So I think it's probably going to be closer to the early afternoon.
Nice.
Maybe noon, maybe 2, something like that. The 8 o'clock thing just wasn't making it.
Gotcha. Yeah, his info will be in the description afterwards. I usually add it before, but did not get to it today because of tech issues. I usually add it right before. And obviously you guys can find me, OG Mumbling Nick, here on this channel and on X, also at OG Mumbling Nick. We do this show every Sunday at 9 p.m. Our Dabble vs. Politics show called Dabbling in Politics. I have a second show that's sometimes it's political, sometimes it's not, called I Will Try My Best. Actually, the last couple episodes I did with Ava, and the last one I actually thought was pretty good, and we did pretty good numbers. If anyone wants to check it out, it's kind of an interesting topic on indoctrination, so-called indoctrination on the left, and then so-called indoctrination on the right. We covered both. Like 2 YouTube channels that have kids, and seeing what if you think one's right, one's wrong, they're both right, they're both wrong. It's interesting to talk about. And this Tuesday, so in 2 days, I will be doing one on the 1 year. I'm not going to call it anniversary, but 1 year since Stuttering John doxed me. I'm going to be going over as much of it as I can. I when it did happen, I did go on WATP like a month later, and I even confessed to Carl afterwards that I held back a lot because it was still fresh and I didn't want further harassment from my family to happen. Because there was even stuff I kind of hinted with Carl leading up to it that I didn't cover during it. So, well, I'll go over all that. And if anyone's interested, obviously it's a year old at this point, and John is freshly going after Luigi Greenberg and maybe others. But I can go over what happened. It's kind of interesting. I think so anyway. Just to get the official story out, and then hopefully that'll be that. But anyway, that's it. We'll be you can watch Liquid during the week. I'll be on Tuesday, and we'll both be back here on Saturday. Thank you.
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. I don't even know what fucking day it is.
I was like, we're doing something on Saturday now?
Yeah. You know what's funny, Delta? I didn't even realize till like a few months ago, one of DJ Dabble's songs where he goes, I know his wife name, kid's name, where he lived, don't cross the Duke. That's actually on me. That was the day after he doxed me. And he was bragging how he ran me out of the Dabbleverse, ran me off of YouTube and X. So I didn't even realize for months that I'm in a DJ Dabble song. Not the way I want to be in one, but I was in it. But yeah, anyway, like I'll try and keep it as lighthearted as possible. Obviously, there's some parts that are going to aggravate me, but there was a lot of absurdity to it because I'll give one little hint. I have evidence that John found out who I was weeks before he doxed me, and I think in my mind, he was dying to do it, so he was trying to find a reason. So yeah, it's that's kind of what happened. But anyway, thank you guys. Please check out Liquid and come back here if you will. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Dabbleverse stuff, mumbling, pineapple stuff, dabbling, controversial stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here, and I see K mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air, cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6, Jones in for your fix, so that dabble politics mix. And where the fudge you at, punk? Shut the fudge up and back the fudge up while we fudge this track up. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what's it gonna ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it all every week Saturday night, and it's YouTube thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time, so you better get some better views and get saved up on your dime. So we got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabble is blasting out the political shit. The back and forth shit, put the bounce in the dabble pit. On your flags up, on your flags up.